Test, hello. Let me see if my scenes are working. They are not working. It's fine. Hello, everybody. Test. It's loud. Should be loud. Should not be loud. That should be fine. I messed with my... I don't remember what I did before I left. I messed with my audio settings before, right? Yeah, it should be fine. Did I see this Titan submersible debris? Is it too bright? I want to stream with the white background. Is it too bright? I can change it, but I kind of want to try it. Who's in bed? Fine. I like it because it has this, like... You know, it has the vibe that it's like a piece of paper. You know, it's a Nichijou Max. It's a Nichijou vibe. I'm a fake Nichijou fan because I forgot what the new series is called that they're rebooting. It's called City... Is it just called City? It's just called City, right? Yes. The creator of Nichijou is getting a new animated series. They've had this manga for a while, which I haven't read. I've been meaning to read it. It's called City. And I think it's like another slice of life. Big lads in the city, kind of similar to Nichijou. It's getting a new animated series. So we're basically getting Nichijou 2. Which is what we call that Pog Champ in the business. And I've been like trying to explore different background ideas that kind of play on that style a bit. For some reason this isn't working though. Minimum, maximum, gradient. Okay. Debug lines. I am looking on how to not make this completely white. 1 second. Adjustment mask. That's what I want. Okay, there we go. Dude, what is going on with this gradient mask? Invert. There we go. That's it. Okay. Hold on. I'll catch up with chat in a minute. So I want to make it like look pretty white. Is all white okay? I like all white, but you guys let me know. I can have a bit of a gradient. That's not a problem. Off-white. Could be like this. Turn off the debug lines. All white is fine. Very subtle. Kind of like that. A yellow to white. Okay, let's see if that works. It's more gray. That's too colorful still. We're getting there. That's more eggshell. This is kind of nice. Bluish white. Too blue. We're getting there. My TwitchCon was great. Thank you. I want to talk about TwitchCon FOMO a bit, actually. Because this is going to be... I'm not sponsored by Twitch, but this is going to be my sales for them. I'm going to keep it here. Very subtle blue. This is as subtle as I can get, I think. Yeah, I want to try something like this. Sorry guys. It might be bright for today. Give me feedback on Twitter or something. I'm making 1 more minute of adjustments. Okay, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it after this. I'm not touching it. Hello, chat. It says connecting down there. That's because I need to hook up my streamer bot. And I think it will work. Because now I can like get questions from the chat with the streamer bot. It's still connecting. Let's try refreshing this. Still connecting. Okay. StreamerBot's connected. This is a way for me to pull questions onto the stream. Oh, I know what's going on here. Start server. There we go. Connected. All right, let's do a little quick test. Not. It's not working. It's not working. Try this. Quick actions. Message, add. How do I save this then? I want nutties. Sorry, slower start to the stream today as I try to figure out what the F just happened to everything. I did meet Nutty. I did meet Nutty at TwitchCon, which was very fun. Super fun. I'm trying to find the right icon here. I want this to work because I want to pull in the I want to pull in your guys' questions. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly fix this. Live tech. I had someone ask me, how do you do so many new concepts every day? And I suffer. I'm suffering like I do right now. Okay, title. Nutty toggle visibility. Yep. And we want this. Okay, let's try this. He puts in the work. Clicking that. Execute a message. What the hell? Everything is breaking. Everything is breaking. I really want this to work. I really want to pull in your guys' stuff. Did TwitchCon have an evil ball pit this year? It did not. Unfortunately or fortunately. Stop server, start server. Auto start the server, please. Please do that. Sorry guys, I'm gonna switch back to the starting soon screen because I'm just gonna keep yapping, but I do want to take like 5 minutes to fix this. I'll try to answer some questions. The ball pit, there was no sus things. I think they probably banned all those things from sponsors. If you guys don't know, there was a ball pit one year and it caused a lot of injuries, like life-changing injuries, not fun or cool. This year they had Chevron. This year they had a Chevron sponsorship. Which is, yeah, if you love... I was telling my friends, I personally love fossil fuels. Do I have to reinstall this whole thing? Why did the PDF go full screen? I'm having a complete nightmare of... I'm having a complete streaming nightmare right now. I feel like I'm gonna wake up and it's the streaming finals and I didn't study. I feel like I'm in the streaming, like... I need to pass the streaming... I need to pass this streaming final exam or else I will not get to graduate. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. It was just in the wrong... I'm just gonna control F. This is... I just had it off screen. I'm like, where is it? It was literally off screen. I'm so stupid. L. Yeah, huge L. As it gets... Okay, let me catch up with chat. What everyone is saying. Jamie, cut the first 18 minutes of the VOD. You wish you got into TwitchCon? Okay. I do have some things to talk about today. And I met a lot of amazing people. It was fun. It was very chill. I've been to nearly every TwitchCon except for the one in Vegas. This one was great. Very chill. I forget it's not always in the San Diego Convention Center because it feels like it just belongs there. But before, it was in San Francisco, the Moscone Center. That was very small. They had San Jose Convention Center. That was okay. I think Long Beach. Yeah, it was in Long Beach 1 or 2 years. Then San Diego, and then Vegas. Vegas is not... Vegas, I've heard, was, like, traumatic for some people. What was my favorite? Oh, favorite thing to do at TwitchCon. Ah, yes, I can talk about that a little bit. Hold on, why is Twitch not going? Okay, there we go. Yeah, VOD watch just skip to right now. Okay, how was the convention center area? I know it's pretty nice around Comic-Con, but I don't know if it changes when it's TwitchCon. I've been to Comic-Con once, and it was insane. It was a long time ago. This is pre-2010 that I went to Comic-Con. I think it is probably, if I had to guess, given how much Comic-Con has grown, it probably is less crazy than Comic-Con. Nothing around the immediate convention center changes. The thing about TwitchCon is the actual content of TwitchCon I'm saying it, it's basically nothing for me. As a viewer, if you go, the main things that you can do are like attend panels, go to meet and greets for your favorite streamer, you know, go to unofficial streamer meetups and watch the Twitch rival stage, which I think, in my opinion, they're improving all those like big shows. So they like get really big streamers like Austin Show, Cutie Cinderella, Hassan. They put on like these big kind of spectacle shows, which I think are really cool. I'd love to see more of that. I wanted to see the debate one with Hassan, but I personally just like don't like to sit in a place for a long time at a con, but it actually got me interested. And then they have Twitch Rivals overall, which is like a giant gaming tournament. But the vendors on the convention floor, to me, are not super interesting. I think Offline TV had like a merch booth. They always do something really interesting with their merch booth. But it's a lot of like brands and not a ton of streamers on the floor. So in my opinion, the content is very, very light compared to what I would say is like an anime expo, because in an anime expo, artists, I feel like the whole artist economy has grown so much that like it's possible for an artist to have like a main booth to make it really creative. And there's just like a lot of interesting things to see at Anime Expo versus at TwitchCon. There is a great artist alley, but it's like not like the main focus of the show, if that makes sense. Though I saw my favorite shit was at the artist alley. I would say 80 to 90% of the fun I had was just like meeting up with other people, other streamers, talking about ideas, getting dinner. And hanging out, pretty much. San Diego is very walkable from the... San Diego is super walkable from like... no, the city itself, sorry. The city itself is not walkable, but there's a lot of restaurants, places to hang out around the convention center. So like, it's not a problem to find space to hang out. Artist Alley was small, but they were good artists. Yes. Also, Bodega Rat was someone I got a chance to meet. I got to meet some of the VTRP, GTA RP streamers. That was fun. Did I meet my favorite streamer? Yes. I did meet Bodega Rat. The Gaslight Quarter, yes. Can't imagine how expensive the booths are. I think on the vendor floor, they're probably super pricey. Like, you have to be like GamerSups or Chevron or some crazy scale of company to actually get a vendor booth. It kind of is just like a big sponsorship hall, to be honest. Mainly like sponsors, some game developers. In my opinion, this has just been a thing with TwitchCon for like a long time, that like the actual convention show floor is just like mainly brands. There's not like a lot of things. All the streamer stuff is like outside of that. Raytheon next year. Exactly. Yeah, it was fun chilling. We had a lot of funny adventures. Did I play Marvel Rivals? I did not. GamerSubs is so busy compared to G Fuel. Yeah, GamerSubs has done really great marketing activations, I think, especially among VTubers and streamers. I don't know what happened in G Fuel. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. I don't know if like GamerSubs just outspent G Fuel or something, but maybe they like tapped into the VTuber market and that's just like way more active than your standard like streamer to fan relationship. But yeah, GamerSubs is crazy. I did see the booth, but I didn't stop by. I'm not a huge GamerSubs Andy, but I saw a lot of positive feedback on Twitter for GamerSubs. You were the Chevron representative on the floor. You're giving out samples of gasoline. That's awesome. I love gasoline. I love fossil fuel. There's a controversy with G Fuel. Oh yeah, G Fuel has lead in it. That was the issue. Yeah, that was it. GamerSub seems to know their audience better. Their audience, to me, just seems to be VTubers, which is not a bad thing. But I think they like found a niche, at least from my perspective. GamerSub is a maker-owned company as well. Ah, okay. Really? I think if you look up... I mean, if you look up G Fuel lead, you'll get a news story. G Fuel went for podcasts while GamerSubs went for VTubers. Yeah. That's what you gotta do. You gotta find your niche. Am I a PNG streamer or a VTuber? I'll answer this question and I'll talk about TwitchCon a bit. Whoa. I am a... So if a VTuber means that you use Live 2D, then yes, my model is Live 2D. But I also use OBS to add the squishy effect and also this marker effect. So I am technically a VTube OBS squish tuber. Never been done before. Oh yeah, and I think GamerSubs does the waifu cups thing where they add like a picture of your favorite anime streamer onto the cup. That's something I don't think I've seen G Fuel do. I think I saw G Fuel do like custom flavors, but it seems... I think GamerSubs does like cups of your favorite streamers, plus the flavor, plus a ton of different things. Yeah, let me talk about TwitchCon real quick. I took an extra day off from flying back. I thought a little brain fried. It's crazy. Travel's really... My brain is slowly rotting every day. Like, I actually need like extra days to recover from like being on an airplane. Let's see. Let's just go day by day. Let's go day by day. Well, let me start with the highlights, then we'll go day by day. So the highlights were we got to hung out with a lot of cool streamers, wandering, getting up to silly adventures in Comic-Con. It was kind of like GTA RP in that sense. San Diego does look like Los Santos a bit. I know Los Santos is based on LA, but you know, it's all like the same Southern California area. And thus I had major GTA RP vibes. I think one of the areas we passed felt so much like the city hall in this other RP server that I joined. Super uncanny. Yeah, there were a ton of random encounter zones. Hanging out with people is just like the simulations. The first day was kind of tough, actually. I had to like boot up. It took me a while to like remember how to talk to people normally. The first day after I got my badge, I met up with Clonk. Clonq. Yeah, we'll talk about Librarian a bit. That was a huge highlight. I met up with Clonk, and let me get... Okay, I remember what I want to do on stream today. You got a little FOMO? I can address that. Can I like copy this image in? Will this like kill me if I just like bring this in? Oh, okay. That's cool. We'll just do that. Okay, let me get the pictures up. Let me get the pictures up. I have to like rev back up into not just talking to someone. Dude, in real life, when you talk to someone, when you do a just chatting stream in real life, you don't have to talk to multiple people at a time. You can talk to one person at a time and you don't get a starting soon screen. Where online, you have a starting soon screen. This is crazy. Okay, I want to get all these pictures that I took because they're my favorite. They're all my favorite pictures. This one, oh, this one for sure. I didn't post a lot. I was just trying to hang out most of the time. Okay, great. Let me get the window capture. Yeah, my problem was I didn't have a window cap. I didn't have a just starting soon screen in real life. And so I was like thrown directly into social interaction, which I'm normally okay with, but it's been quite a while, to be honest. Let's put this behind me. Oh, you know what? This needs to actually be right here. We need to go to this screen. And then we need to take out all these peepos. Then I need to bring this here. All weekend felt like the boss rush of talking. Dude, it was. I was ready by the end of it. I was ready to keep going by the end, but I went out on a high. I was like, I had a great final encounter, and then I just left the next day. Completely sober, not hungover. It was incredible. Never before done, to be honest, I think. Okay. So, on Thursday, I met up with Clonk, and they gave me their business card. Their business card is incredible. It is this Game Boy cartridge that actually works. So, for those of you who don't know, I think I gave him a shout out earlier. L:Q, or the Clonk Life. They are a super talented programmer. They get deep in it. They get deep in the low-level programming, and they made their own Game Boy cartridge that actually works. And I shared their tweet here, where you can actually put it into a Game Boy. I think normal Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. It doesn't work on a DS. And you can do like a small little adventure game with their VTuber avatar. That's what their VTuber actually looks like on screen, which is sick. This went crazy. This tweet went crazy. I mean, all things considered. That surely raises the bar for business cards. It seems like it, and what's up, Blurbs? It seems a little iffy, not iffy. It seemed challenging for them to make a lot of them because they said they had 15. So I'm honored to have one of 15. They were handing some out at Offkai too. But they, I think, ship in like custom chip in which they can upload whatever software they need to get this to run on a GBA. And so because they have to import all those cards themselves, it gets pricey, so they don't make a ton. But I think they're gonna try to scale up production really soon. Right. Shout out to Blurbs. Welcome. Yeah, let me cure the FOMO really quick. So last year, I did have a little bit of TwitchCon FOMO in Vegas. I kind of still wish I went because there were some streamers who went last year, but not this year. But I'm kind of glad I didn't because I've learned that a number of streamers didn't come back to San Diego this year because they had such a bad time in Vegas. And I think for every year, you know, it's a big number of people's first times at TwitchCon. And so if your first time's at Vegas, I don't think you're coming back to San Diego. All I have to say is, like, I think my last TwitchCon was in San Diego and all of them were fine and they were all fun and they were all great. But I can definitely feel that. Like, I think being in Vegas, first of all, Vegas is like not a great city to walk around in. I heard you had to take Ubers everywhere. There was a bed bug situation in some of the hotels. If you're not from America, it's like super sketchy in some places. And then so you associate that with the con itself, and the con itself doesn't have a ton of redeeming qualities because it's like very light on content. Yeah, F1 being a week away made it a living hell. The con itself does not have a lot of content. Like, you can meet your favorite streamers and watch Twitch rivals, but like compared to any other convention, it's like pretty light. And I think compared to like a fan convention, sure, it has more content, it has more production. But if you think about a fan convention, I think the standards are a little not as high as like Twitch, which is $1 billion company, to provide more content around that area. So I get it. I am trying to like slowly manipulate people to go next year because it's going to be, I think, 10 years of TwitchCon. And I assume there's going to be like hype stuff. There's going to be some good stuff. And I think just a number of people will make the effort to go out for the anniversary as a reason. Yeah. See, if you just say that, it doesn't really mean anything, but it's like, oh, okay, that's like one reason I can use it to justify. And I don't know. I feel like streaming's really changing now with VTubing. Like, even I remember the first year I went when VTubers were like really blowing up, and then the second year where VTubers felt like they're blowing up. It feels like they're blowing up year over year. So there's like, it does feel different every year. It does feel very different. Like, I've obviously met a lot of very cool VTuber friends, and it's cool to meet them. So I felt like my TwitchCon experience has definitely evolved compared to the past year. And I had a good time because of it. So I am still down on the con overall as like its own entity, but as a reason to go and meet up, it's fun. That said, if you miss it, I don't know. It could just be because I'm older and I'm like really just conned out. I definitely at some points was like, oh, I could be at home streaming. I did miss streaming a lot. I miss being in my room a lot. I miss just chilling. I did miss all of that. So the people were the things that really made it. The people were the things that like really made the con memorable. But at the same time, it just reminded me that I should be more proactive about reaching out to people. Just like outside of the con, just putting myself out there more, talking to people. I talked to people at the con where I was like, hey, I want to collab. Like, I want to do some interactive overlays with you. Here's how I think it could shake out. I could just do that in DMs. Like, the face-to-face time is always nice and good. But I think, like, just being normal on the internet can help me just talk to people more often. Yeah. And it is pricey. It's super pricey, I think, for a normal fan, too. So I think that is my one piece of advice. I don't know what Twitch is going to do next year for TwitchCon 10 years. Like, they could just have a shit ton more content. What I really like them to do is make a cheap way for like artists or even streamers to show up on the vendor floor. I think that'd be really fun. I think if streamers could like make their own presence on the floor in some way, that would be excellent. But as is, like, the brands and stuff, I'm like, they're cool, but not a big draw. Yeah, going to TwitchCon, you have to really, I think, at least for me, my experience was you had to be pretty proactive about meeting people. I had to like get over initial hump of like, oh god, I'm DMing people. This is like, I don't want to do this, but you kind of have to. But once I got over that hurdle, that was great. But you really have to, I think, have a group in mind that you want to meet, or like some type of agenda in that mind. So as a viewer, that could be tough. I think as a viewer, that would be very, very tough. Kari Panko, thank you for the 7 months. I think more streamers are getting like a bit more space to do their own thing at Twitch, like weird shows and things like that. And I think that's cool. Here's how I'm thinking about it in my mind, okay? There's Mag West that's coming up and Magfest that's coming up. From what I understand about those shows, there's like a music show. Like these are like nerd music festivals, right? They're conventions / music festivals. There's like small concerts and small performances and small pop-ups that kind of happen all over the con floor. I think that would be cool if that same energy was at TwitchCon in some way. I don't know exactly how. But it's a big mix of everything, and music isn't like a huge thing yet at TwitchCon. So, yeah, it can feel pretty barren. You didn't meet me at TwitchCon? Yeah, I also did a bad job of advertising myself being there, but I enjoyed my stay. So I plan on going to TwitchCon in Europe. I like to go at least once, but I don't have a huge motivation to go, to be honest. Do I think I'll do a meet and greet eventually? Right now, it's not on my mind. I think I'd be very scared. I would be super scared to do it. But I was talking to Klonk that maybe we should do like a panel or something where it's like my dream panel would be like just a really silly little show where like people show up and we just chant Joel for 30 minutes. I think that would be a fun thing that I could do. But I don't know. I don't know if I can do face-to-face time. Yeah, I'm like super anxious. I appreciate everybody. I like people came up to me and was like, thank you. And I like practiced being nice to them. Not being nice. I practiced like receiving a compliment, but yeah, I'm like, I think I like being behind the computer. You didn't go to TwitchCon? Oh, damn. Yeah, it's fun meeting just like a few people in real life though. And so this was like the highlight on Thursday. There was like a Twitch partner party and we had like a small group of VTubers in the corner, literally like they don't know I'm a VTuber. Just hanging out. I was like just charging up. I was like, man, I forgot how to hang out and socialize. But that was fun. So there was like a Twitch partner party and they have like the partner lounge and the convention center and they open that up at night for partners to like come and hang out and mingle. It was crazy. It was a lot more people than I thought there would be. And I drank one beer. This is where I knew I was cooked. This is where I knew I was cooked. I drank one beer and I went like after the party wrapped up or whatever, I went back to my hotel and I like fell asleep with the one beer. I was like, oh, I'm not drunk, but I'm like tipsy and the beer has carbs in it and I'm tired. That's when I knew I was freaking cooked. But highlights from the party, I hung out with Bodega Rat, their friends, Klonk. I caught up with some really old friends I haven't seen in a long time. Someone showed me, this is the crazy thing. Someone showed me that in Japan, GTA RP is huge in Japan. So I kind of already was aware of that, but it is so big. And I wish I had the tweet right now. I can't find it, but it is so big that streamers can put on live shows in character as their GTA RP character and like fill up stadiums. Like they were showing me a GTA 5 RP like live show and 5,000 people showed up. I assume they're like probably one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. Yeah, because people in Japan love their musicals, their live shows. Like there's like Persona 5 live shows, there's anime live shows and musicals, like actors play the characters. But hearing that for GTA RP was crazy. Yeah, it was theater. And so I think the guy's persona kind of looked like a clown, so they dressed up as a clown and like did bits on stage. I wish I had the tweet here. It's on my phone. I took a picture of the tweet on my phone when I was showing everyone that because it was incredible. Like that made me really feel like, oh my god, this like that's another piece of subculture and innovation there. Yeah, Thursday though, let's see. Mainly the Twitch partner party. That was fun. I got to meet Moon there. That was really cool. They had some really nice words to say about the stream. And I've been watching them for a while, so that was my celebrity encounter for the night. I took a picture of the tweet on my phone. Yeah, it's not boomer. It's not boomer. It's the quickest way that I could have done something. It's the quickest way to capture the information being sent to me. I'm his Oshi. Yeah, he did mention that. It was really cool. I wish I took a picture, but I didn't. I was lurking around with Moyasi, who's another VTuber. They're an artist VTuber. Very nice. And we were both kind of like, we just got here and our bones ache. But she pointed me out in the crowd, which is nice. We kind of had to like detect each other because people don't know what each other, we don't know what each other look like. And then it's just like, okay, come to our circle. Come to our little collection of folks. And what this song is? This is, I think, Little Tiny. I don't remember the full name. Little Tiny Adiantum. Anyway, Thursday was super chill. I had like a travel day in, and Thursday was like super chill. That was great. Friday, hit the con floor. Went to Artist Alley. Oh, actually on Friday, I got to meet up with Miss Lala. Actually, I should have these people. It's like Twitch channels pulled up. I can do that. After the partner party, I actually started DMing people because I'm like, okay, I'm here at TwitchCon. I want to meet people. That's why I'm here. That's why I like paid for this entire flight and ticket and everything. Like I'm going to just bite the bullet and just like DM people. Everyone's very nice. I mean, I think most people in the VTuber space who are relatively nice and normal are receptive to this because everyone's like in the same boat. So that's just what I told myself. If you guys don't know Miss Lala, I've shouted them out on Twitter before, but they have a like diner, 50s diner persona. I was also trying to meet up with Big Nose Bug too, but we have like a curse. I've been trying to meet Big Nose Bug at TwitchCon for like 2 to 3 years. And it just has not happened. Like the scheduling and the timing has never worked out. So that's been a curse that I need to break next year. But I got to meet up with Miss Lala on Friday. I was like, hey, let's just like wander the con floor in the morning. Let's meet up. It was funny because I was able to spot them because they have like the same, I think, style as their VTuber. Like they have the same almost look. They post some pictures of themselves on Twitter. You can take a look. They kind of dress like they're from the era. And I was like, oh, it's so cool you're cosplaying your VTuber. And they said, no, this is just how I dress. This is just how I am. I'm like, oh, hype. So they run like a oh, I got spider web in my mouth. What page unresponsive? Wait, it's responding. The spider web in my mouth. It's because of all the spiders. Oh wait, no, yep, there it goes. There it just crashed. Did I wear Kirkland gear? No, I wore pretty normal clothes. I was thinking about Kirkland gear, but I saw a lot of people with Costco sweaters, and I'm like, okay, it's too mainstream now. It's too mainstream now. We're done. Oh no, but I just dressed normally. Yeah, so I got to meet up with Miss Lala. It was really, we had a really great conversation because I kind of want to talk to them more about this, maybe on stream, but they have a really great background, and I think like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like making television sets. And I was like, oh, your stream has like a really great, not only aesthetic, but it feels like everything is like framed and set correctly. And they were telling me about like their background. I think for work, they used to kind of be involved in the entertainment industry in that capacity. And I'm like, oh shit, you're too powerful. You have like all this knowledge about scenery and everything like that. And they were asking a lot about like interactive things they can do with the diner, their diner setting. And we talked a bit about that in Sammy and like mini games that they were thinking about. Everyone is really curious about adding mini games like that to their stream, and I think that's why I was able to talk to a lot of people. So I do think in like the next 6 months, definitely in a year, but I think definitely in the next 6 months, you're gonna see a lot more streams become a lot more interactive in that capacity. We're sand sculpt guys, of course we have spiders. No, it wasn't a spider. I'm not eating spiders, they just show up. But I got to wander with her. around the artist alley. And in the artist alley, hold on, let me show you this. I kind of broke off from the group. Like, this is what happens in conventions. Like, you have ebb and flow. You have like an ebb and flow from the whole group. But I found Julie's booth. Dude, it was so good. I pogged out of my freaking gourd when I saw that she had a booth. So, for those of you who don't know, Julie is a... they're kind of a... VTuber would almost be an understatement. Let me see if I can get their Twitch channel up. VTuber would kind of be an understatement. They, like, hand-painted their entire stream overlay and their character and everything. And they have, like, NPCs that chat can control. And they go around all... They have, like, all these different scenes for all the different parts of the town. There's, like, a huge lore that she's in, a Doodle Town. Was she at the booth? Yeah, she was at the booth. I got to meet her. She was awesome. I blasted off. Yes. She has a whole operation going. She has like she had some friends helping, I think. And so when I went to the booth, I basically pogged out on my gourd, pretty much. I don't have... Do I have a picture of like the merch itself? I don't think I do, but she had because she hand draws everything on her own. She had the original scans of like her characters and the set pieces that she had. Like, these are the original scans that she hand painted to animate. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like sacred text. Like, this is like my Bible. This is like my... This belongs in a museum. Like, for real. This belonged in a museum. Because I was kind of losing my mind that they were just out there. I was like, these need to be protected. These need to be behind the glass case, and you need to like bring out a copy of these when you go to conventions, because I'm like, these are too precious. These are so incredible. And they had a stream in the background here too. So I was actually like doing this streamer thing to other VTubers I was meeting up with. I was like pulling up my phone. I was like, did you see this booth? This streamer's booth is insane. They have all the original scans of their VTuber, and like they sell crazy merch. And they had this little diorama in which you could like place your own standees or your business cards. And the idea is like you were in the town with them, which was super cool. Man, I wish I could show you guys the spread of their actual merch. I do have like what I pulled somewhere. Also, what's up, Hey Bread? Yeah, I think she had a number of friends helping out at the booth. Oh, Lav, thank you for the raid. I'm talking about my TwitchCon adventures. Okay, so here were my favorite pieces of merch from the Julie booth, and I'm really sad I didn't get a picture of like the actual merch spread, but here are my highlights. So she has a standee. What's up, Lav? Yeah, we are talking about the TwitchCon adventures, and this was my favorite merch booth. My favorite merch booth that I saw. So you could buy a Julie standee that was wood. It's like a high quality standee made of wood, and you can swap out. So this hand here that you see with the cell phone, and she's like pointing at her cell phone, you can swap that out for like a coffee cup. I don't remember all of it because I just bought everything. I didn't think about it. I was like, I just need all this. You can swap it out with like other things to make her hands do different expressions, and it's all on magnets. I've never seen standees like this ever. Like, they were all like high quality. It was like, it felt like high quality wood, and they're like these small magnets that you can move around like the pieces so they all snap together. I realized that after I put it on my computer, that I was putting magnets on my computer. It was very big brain. It's such a unique, like, it was such a unique take on merchandising. Julie, welcome. And hello, Hey Bread. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've never seen standee merch like this ever. I've never seen any merch like this that looked like this. And here's the dangerous part, okay? This to the right, I gotta pull my cursor up. Oh, capture cursor, hello? Okay, to the right, this little standee here, this scenery, this is a gacha. So these are blind boxes. You can buy, I think there's a total of 7 settings that you can buy. I bought 3 in total. I bought one the first day, and this is what I pulled. This little, I think this is the convenience store. I went back and I bought 2 more. And I'm like, I probably should have bought even more after that. I haven't unboxed them yet. You can buy them on our website. Dude, Blurbs, you can buy them all on the website. I was just wondering that actually, because I was like, this cannot be a con exclusive thing. Like, this merch is too good. It needs to exist on the internet and as a website. So I might pick up more, but I want to build like my own little diorama in my room, because this is the only type of merch I've seen that lets you kind of like recreate the entire stream, but as like merch on your desk, which I think is super original and never been done before. I went back and I pulled this up for the tweet, but I would have done this on my own without tweeting it. Like, I wanted to put the standees next to the stream and just like see how they look, because it looks like you were literally pulling them out from the stream like into the world. It's incredible. And the Polaroid spread across everywhere. I really love that idea. These are like pictures from inside Doodletown, or the, you know, the stream world, and those were also little gachas. They work more traditionally like picture gachas or like card gachas. Yeah, and all the bases actually I learned were interchangeable. So you could actually put the giant Julie into these small standees. You can buy like booster packs for the background. Dude, it's merched up. It's merched up. No one's doing merch like this. No one is doing merch like this ever. It's too powerful. It's too good and it's too powerful. Yeah, Blurbs, you can I think you can buy stuff on their website, but the booth itself is such a work of art. The entire booth itself is such a work of art. They got to go to more cons. Yeah, so that was a huge highlight for Friday. Hanging out with Miss Lala and then like seeing this merch booth, which made me lose my freaking mind. I picked up another thing. There was another merch booth too that had crochet peepos. I didn't pick up a crochet peepo. I picked up an embroidery peepo. I linked that on my Twitter, but it's from Muffin Button. Hello, welcome to this stream. I'm just doing a TwitchCon recap today. Why did it do that? Oh my god, why did it do that? I would like to just go to the person's page. Yes, they have, look at all this. They have embroidery peepos. I think some of these sold out when I got there at TwitchCon, but they had this one with the glasses. They had the one with the hoodie. Well, you can't see though, it's right behind me. But I bought the embroidery ones. They had a crochet. Yeah, I think some of the stuff here was like one of one. It had stickers. I did buy a sticker because they were cute. Yeah, all the embroidery peepos. Super nice. I had to get them. I had to get at least one thing from this booth. We love the peepos. I don't have a hand cam set up, but I'll try to see if I can like show you how the unboxing experience is like for the blind boxes, because they're very fun. Yeah, here's a collection of all the embroidery peepos. I got the one with the flower. I was deciding between the flower and the heart and the bow. I went with the flower one. A lot of different embroidery things there too. I'm trying to find, oh, my media tab is everywhere. I kind of want to open these right now, but I know I don't have a hand cam set up. They're still, I haven't unpacked all my merch yet. They're still in the bag. Let's fast forward. So things happened at the convention. I don't remember what happened in the afternoon. Oh yeah, I met up with more people, and I think I talked with in the afternoon I met up with Apus Vox, Finite Singularity, and Nutty. I got to meet Nutty. These are people who make a ton of either educational, like interactive stream videos on YouTube, like how to use StreamerBot and Sammy, or just like general tech stuff, and it was really great to talk to them. Also pogged out of my mind. Finite Singularity is a developer, and they make a lot of the plugins that power the stream, like Advanced Mask, Retro Effects. And so we met, I think fittingly, at the Elgato booth. Do you have a Discord? If you ! Discord, a bot should tell you. Yeah, we met up at the Elgato booth. We talked about plugins. Actually, I just complained about my recent Rodecaster purchase, and I was validated. I was further validated. Bot's down. Okay, hold on. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Oh, the thing has expired. How do I unexpire it? Okay, it should be fixed now. Julie, I think I saw you like a minute or 2 minutes after. I think I literally saw you like 5 minutes after I left. Wander into, because I did see you wander into the Elgato area. I was tempted to pick something up, but I'm glad I didn't. But they had a lot of cool stuff in the booth. But yeah, that was a cool highlight, meeting basically a lot of streamers like Nutty, who basically taught me a ton of stuff about streaming, and I was able to thank them properly in real life. Be like, thank you for making videos, plugins, everything that just powers the stream. That was actually a wild experience. And I met some people on the OBS project. I met a guy from the OBS project, and I'm like, you guys are actually gods. And I got a sneak preview to open to future updates. Maybe not a sneak preview, but he was like, yeah, stuff's coming. It should fix all the audio stuff, which plagues me specifically. The mic? Which mic? You mean the low profile mic arm? It actually is really nice. I mean, they had, the cool thing about the Elgato booth is like, this is stuff in my mind that is normally not on display. Like, I don't know. I've never been to a Best Buy in the past. I've been to a Best Buy in the past like decade, I guess. And I don't know if Elgato stuff is around. The Elgato feedback. Oh, no. That wasn't Elgato. That was not an Elgato product, but I think Elgato should make a feedback. It would be a lot better. Rack-mounted stream deck. I don't know what I'd use that. I mean, I'm not a pro audio person, but it did look cool. But I was like, yeah, this is definitely not targeted for me. I was looking at the mic arm, even though I just got a mic arm, which is, it works completely fine and is nice. There's no reason for me to get an actual new mic arm. I did try the Stream Deck Plus. I did try the Stream Deck Plus, which with the knobs, it's super nice, but again, it's like, okay, it just feels nice. I don't know what I would use this for. And I did see the teleprompter in person, which again is nice, but I don't know what I'd use it for. I basically have an iPad that I use for everything. But I did get Elgato pilled a little bit more. Knob support is super lacking. I wanted to ask Elgato staff member if you could map it to filters, like the knobs and the filters, but if it's just gonna map to like audio stuff or things that are pretty predefined, I you know, it's fun, but I don't need it right now. Yeah, so the evening though, that was fun. So we had some dinner plans. They kind of got wacky. For dinner, I met up with a couple folks. Trying to remember real quick. You cheat with keyboard shortcuts. That's been my problem with like a Stream Deck or most other things in that realm, which is like sometimes you have to find a hacky way around it. And if I have to do that compared to like a free solution, I just don't bother, unfortunately, even if the UX is better. Can you get your iPad to hook up to Sammy? You should ask in the Sammy Discord that they have people there to help. All the Bill Maher show. No, you didn't. You did not see the fucking Bill Maher show. Did I get a Marg Tower? I unfortunately did not get a Marg Tower. Oh, hold on. Sorry, that yawn snuck up on me. I think I'm realizing through the course of this stream, I'm still freaking fried, which sucks. I thought I'd be streaming yesterday, and I wasn't. Can we get a Marg Tower one day? I will fly to you if you specifically want to get a Marg Tower. And I guess make content, and then it would become a work expense, but I will 100% do that. 1,000,000%. I was hoping to get a Marg Tower at TwitchCon. Yeah, let me just like, I guess I should just name drop everyone I met with because it was a super good time. So we met Bodega Rat, Clonk, Finite Singularity the first day, Nutty, A plus Vox, oh Chef Brent, someone I was introduced to, very cool, I think software developer streamer. And then I also met up with Hinamo Bina and Uwo, who was the funny science man who blows things up on his stream. The only streamer on Twitch who has emergency contact info in their profile in case they get injured. Yeah, we love Hina. We love Hina in the chat room. And so we were supposed to get dinner. Oh, and Ashton. Sorry. Ashton and Aishi. I actually got dinner with both of them because we had some funny dinner reservation shenanigans. So we just like, let's just go get oysters. And then we talked about Bible stories, which is sick. Ashton apparently does not have like Bible story canon. So if you're raised in like a religious household or somewhat that's like adjacent to religion, I think you kind of just get plugged into the Bible story canon. Was that the karaoke stream? No, because I think they did that. I think they did that the next day. I didn't know this was such a hack, but when I was in high school and there was like a course in my English class that went over Bible stories because there's such an important canon to the Western literature, I'm like, oh shit, I know all this. These next 2 months are going to be freaking easy. And they were. But Ashton didn't know any of them. So she was asking really funny questions like, hey, what's the deal with like turning into a pillar of salt? And I got to tell her that story. And she was saying like, yeah, even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death goes hard. I'm like, yeah, it's a Bible verse that you have to know if you grew up anywhere adjacent to like a church. Anything Bible related, you know, is Bible Black. I can tell you from experience that Bible Black doesn't overlap with the actual Bible too much. Even all the religious stuff that they talk about in there, I don't think is in the Bible. And we got a schmillion oysters, which was fun. But afterward, we met up with Hina. So, okay, so this is the start of the librarian era, okay? So, we have dinner. And you know what was fun? The dinner with Aishai and Ashton kind of felt like a GTA RP moment. Because they were playing GTA RP with me, and it's like we did it in real life. Because we're like, oh shit, we got to figure out new dinner plans. And we like wandered the street of Los Santos until we found a place and talked about Bible stories, basically. For a split minute. But we met up with Uwo, Hina, Bodega Rat, a bunch of other folks afterward for drinks and vibes. We met up afterward for drinks and vibes, and the tacos were scrumptious. But as I'm walking over there, I see a tweet on my phone. Okay, let me find the tweet, actually. Let me pull up the tweet. I see this tweet right here from Aatrox that says, I met the librarian, and tags Northern Lion LP. So I know this is real. This is the librarian's account. And for those of you who don't know, this guy clips Northern Lion Twitch streams and like uploads them to YouTube, but he's like a god clipper. He's like a godlike clipper. He only gets... Oh, I need to watch this clip afterward. Hold on. I want to watch it now, actually.
His wife was just off camera. His wife was just off camera. Yeah, this is the guy with the wife. His wife was just off camera. You didn't see her, but she was there. His wife was just off camera. His wife was just off camera. Yeah, this is the guy with the wife. His wife was just off camera. She was there for sure. His wife was just off camera. His wife was just off.
Yeah, I got to meet Librarian's wife too. She was really nice, but she was always off camera. It was a nice coincidence. But I saw this tweet, and I pull up to where Uwo and Hina, Bodega Rat, everybody's hanging out. And I walk in kind of like an insane person, and I like show them the tweet. I'm like, Librarian is in town. Because we're all big Librarian heads. We all love Northern Lion. We all love the bits and banter. So Librarian is like has kind of garnered a cult following among the Northern Lion fandom, because he is partially responsible for like the Northern Lion clip industrial complex resurgence. Like all the funny clips you see of like him playing Sisyphus and stuff is like from Librarian, the Librarian YouTube channel. So we have to meet him. We want to meet him. We need to meet him. He does work like crazy. He was talking to me about his working schedule, and like he is clipping any moment he gets. Like truly like a second job type situation. He's just constantly clipping and making VODs and bits and banters and shit like that. It's crazy. And so Uwo was like, I just DM'd him. Like I just sent him a DM. He's like, I want to meet you. I'm at this location. And I sent them the same DM. I'm like, hey, man, big fan of your work. And the reason why we did this, like most parasocial thing that we've done, was in that moment. I was like, me and him, we're like trying to cook. We're trying to get the librarian out. The first thing I did before DMing him was being like, okay, where is he? Why is he with Aatrox? Where is Aatrox? If we can locate where they are, we might be able to convince him to come out, right? Because if he's like in LA or something, like, yeah, that's going to be a non-starter. But if he is nearby the venue, we have to get him out, right? We got to get him out. We got to do a VTuber fan meet. That basically is what we're trying to set up. We're trying to set up a VTuber fan meet with the librarian in this moment. I remember months ago that Aatrox announced that his community was doing a concert. Because I was sending it to a friend. I'm like, dude, this guy's community is crazy. They have like a whole musical ensemble who makes original songs for the stream, and they're doing a concert at TwitchCon, which I think is a very cool idea. All right. And so I dig up the link that I sent my friend. I look up the address from the link, and I'm like, oh my God, this is 15 minutes from the restaurant that we're sitting at. He is just 15 minutes away. So immediately me and Uwo are like, librarian is within our grasps. We can meet the librarian tonight. And all I knew was like, if I can get this to happen, this would make my entire TwitchCon. If this would just happen, everything leading up to this would be worth it. This would be my best TwitchCon of all time. That's OPSEC, yeah. It was OPSEC. It was OPSEC AF. So I messaged him, Uwo messages him. We're waiting longest 5 minutes of our lives. I swear, I'm checking my phone every single minute. We're just, you know, having drinks, eating snacks, chilling, but we're checking our phones every single minute. Did he respond? Did he respond? Did he respond? So then we get desperate. We're getting parasocial. Don't do this. Don't do what we did, because what we did was pretty parasocial. But we started a group DM between me and Uwo, and he's retweeted both of our stuff. He's retweeted my stuff. He's retweeted Uwo's stuff. He knows, you know, the both of us, we have some type of rapport. He's kind of been a reply. He's been in the replies once or twice. He's been in the replies once or twice. Yeah, he's been in chat. He's been in chat. I don't remember that. I'm a bad streamer. He's been in chat. He's a fan of, I think, both our streams. I think to some capacity. So we are being parasocial. We get him in a group chat and we said, hey, we both want to meet you. We will pay for your Uber. We will pay for your drinks. We will pay for your dinner. And we will pay for your +1. Like, if you want to bring a +1, +3, +5, I don't care. Right? Legitimately, that is the DM that we send off. Because we're like, please. So many people want to meet you. -2 Riz? -2 Riz? Well, how did I get this picture? How did this picture come to be? So he just replies, he's like, okay, sure, why not? You know, I'm about 15 minutes away, I'll pull up. And when that message comes through, I lose my mind. I lose my fucking mind. And I cannot wipe the grin off my face. Like, I am smiling truly ear to ear in that moment. I'm smiling ear to ear in that moment, knowing that we're about to meet the librarian. Hina's losing her mind. Uwa's losing her mind. I'm losing my mind. Vegas is losing their mind. Everyone on the table is losing their mind. We're going to do a VTuber meetup with the librarian. So I'm like, okay, awesome. Can't wait to meet you. By the way, what drink do you want? You know, they gave me the drink order. I am desperately trying to flag down a waiter. I'm like, waiter, do you have any idea who's about to show up to this restaurant? We need a drink now. We needed a drink yesterday for the librarian. If I had a red carpet, if I had a red jacket, I would have rolled it out. No kidding. We are buzzing. Like, I mean, we're buzzing because we've been drinking, but we are buzzing for real because we're about to meet like an actual content god. He pulls up, massive fermenting dregs sweatshirt. It's the man himself. We bring him in and I'm like, oh, you can just sit right here, which is just between me and Uwo. And then we hand him his drink, which came in time. We're like, hey, here's your drink, man. Welcome, dude. We're so glad you're here. Everyone loves you. And we're like, everyone's going up. He's like, we're all a big fan of your work. You do such a great job. The dude is so normal. He is like, he's kind of like overwhelmed. He's just overwhelmed with like, dude, all I do is make clips, man. You can kind of tell he's like, you've all lost your fucking mind. You can tell he's kind of thinking, you've all kind of lost your minds. So I'm asking like him about his night because apparently he had the same experience at the A-Truck meetup where, you know, like people in A-Truck's community know who he is. They love his work, etc. A-Truck loves his work. And he was saying like, yeah, like Man, everyone's just asking me the same thing tonight. They're just talking about me. And like, he, I think, is a fan of Aatrox stream, so he wanted to meet him as like a fan. But he's like, yeah, he's wanted to meet him as a fan, but he just kept talking about me. He realized he's about to be kidnapped. No, dude, we tried to treat him well. I think we treated him well, but I can definitely say that was our intention. And yeah, we basically just we were just like completely fawning over this dude. He's like the most normal guy, truly like one of the most normal guy in the universe. What was his drink order? He said he just wanted something sweet. I don't even remember. It was like, I think some raspberry tonic. Probably some type of raspberry gin and tonic. I don't remember. I'm sorry, this is going to become lore. Yeah, raspberry mojito. It's a raspberry mojito. I get it. I don't think he drinks too much. I wasn't drinking too much during the con either. Yeah, he was sharing some stories that he just doesn't drink a ton. So completely normal dude. He is overwhelmed basically by all of us in the moment, because he keeps saying, dude, I'm just a guy who makes Northern Lion clips. He's like, I just clip Northern Lion. And we're just like, dude, you're a god. You're an actual you're a clip god. You're doing, I think some words we were saying were like, you are doing a service to humanity. You're doing a service to the community. Can I get you something else, sir? Like, we are completely glazing this person. He's like, dude, everyone's out of their minds. I just make clips. Dude, it was so fun. We basically were love bombing him. And so when I met up with Hina and Uo, I was also with Aishai, and Ashton broke off. Ashton went to go meet a friend. But as he pulls up, I'm texting Ashton. I'm like, the librarian just pulled up. Librarian just pulled up. You need to show up right now. So after we finished love bombing this dude, Ashton pulls up. Also is like, big fan of your work, love what you do, etc. She's like, do you want to go to this club where everyone is hanging out afterward? So we're about to drag a guy who is a very normal person, doesn't stay out too long and party. We're like, does everyone want to just go to this? I think it was like a DJ set basically in this club. But before we do that, we need to take a group picture. I'm like, we all need a group picture right now with the librarian. I don't know who has that picture. I need to find out who has that picture. But now we have a group picture. We have our VTuber fan meet picture. Hina has the picture. She needs to like crop all our faces out, but Hina has the picture. We are just being bros. We're trying to be bros with this dude. So we all get our rides. We all walk. We all go to basically this venue where there's like really, it's a really kind of almost stereotypical, like the DJ is too loud, we can't hear each other talk. But we, the entire time I'm talking to librarian, I'm like just getting to know the guy. He's like, yeah, I just kind of clip. Don't really go out. I haven't been to this part of San Diego before. Clearly he's not like not the scene where he goes to get his Northern Lion clips. He's not going to the club, getting ratchet with the DJs to get his Northern Lion clips, right? Like, he's a dude who likes to just chill, make clips, game, etc. So we get into the club with the librarian. We are clubbing with the librarian. And the funniest, I think, part of the whole night was like, he was just like, I just don't get it, man. I'm like, what? What? Is everything okay? He's like, yeah. Like, why do people come out here? It's so loud. He was made to clip Northern Lion. He was made to clip Northern Lion, dude. He had a point. Eventually, I think after like 30 minutes, I'm like, let's go outside and chill. Because I'm like, I need air. It's way too loud. I can't hear anything. I want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to Bodega Rat. I want to talk to Clonk. I want to talk to Ashton. Talk to Librarian. So this is the picture that we took outside of the club. We were like in a circle. Ashton, what was funny is Ashton had, I don't know what they're called, like the light sticks, because they were handing out like these really, really cheap light sticks inside the club. And then she was doing like the idol chants. I'm sorry, I'm a fake weeb, so I don't know what these things are called. She's doing like the fake chant, and then I pull up like the she's doing one chant, and then Librarian's like, oh, this is like my fan cams. Because he has like a fan cam of like someone, or like he retweets fan cams of someone doing like those little light stick idol chants in front of like the Northern Lion videos. So I pull up like a Northern Lion video so Ashton could do her chant in front of there, and that was a peak moment. That was a fun, wholesome peak moment. I think in the venue too, someone was like playing, like the DJ put on this K-pop song, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is from one of the fan cam videos. This is one of the NL fan cam videos." Dude, the entire time he's dropping NL references, and yeah, dude is truly the librarian of NL clips and NL lore. He is an athlete. He is a clip athlete for sure. Then we talked about Dota. Hector getting a 13-minute glide. I think like sometime in the middle of the conversation, I forgot what was said, but Klonk just drops, yeah, but Hector got a 13-minute Gleipnir on Weaver at like the perfect time. He was putting on clips throughout the event. Oh, he went home, I think. I met up with Big Ham too at dude, when we met up with Big Ham, history was actually made. I don't know if you realize this, Big Ham, but when you, me, and Librarian met up the next day, history was made. Has he met NL IRL before? I don't think he has. I don't think he has. But we had a pretty wholesome night. He's a really cool dude. He put up with a lot of our silliness. It was like getting to around 2 a.m. and so I'm like, okay, I'm old. I need to go back. I've been drinking a little bit. I don't want to drink more. I just want to go to sleep, etc. We actually make plans to meet up the next day. So he was actually like, I have a TwitchCon ticket. I'm like half on actually going to TwitchCon because basically he could be at home clipping. It's like, I don't really know anyone, etc. I'm like, dude, I'll take you around. It's totally cool. I'm down to hang tomorrow. All right. We get back, we sleep, wake up the next day. We meet up actually some other VTubers at some dinner. Librarian meets us. Second Librarian VTuber fan meet established. Everyone's pogged out of their gourd. It's funny though, because I think half the people we met up with were like, oh dude, I love your work, I love your stuff, but I kept introducing him as the Librarian. I don't know the guy's real name. I'm not gonna lie, I never asked him his real name. I don't really, not that I don't care to know, but I don't want to press. I don't want to press. It's like, hey, you're just, obviously you came out of your way to meet us, we pressed you to meet us, etc. It's fine. I'm like, this is my friend, the Librarian. That's like what I kept saying the whole time I was with him. But he was really cool about it. Over lunch, we were just talking about clips and clipping and Northern Lion lore. But so after that, we went into the convention center. I met up with Big Ham in the chat right now because we were, I was like, oh, you're in the area. We should meet up. Let's hang out. Let me pull up the tweet. Let me pull up the tweet because we were walking the convention floor with Big Ham. We're talking about StarCraft, the con, Northern Lion, etc. Pretty normal time, all things considered, for a convention show floor. Also, I think it was their first TwitchCon, so I'm talking to them about like the TwitchCon meta. What you can see, what you cannot see, what what you can do if you wanted to. But apparently the librarian is like popping off on puppy girl Twitter or something. I don't know. The words I'm about to say, I don't really understand. I'm just repeating what he said, what he's told me. He's like popping off on puppy girl Twitter. I'm not sure what that is. But we arrive at this booth. Big Ham, you probably remember this. On puppy girl Twitter. We arrive at this booth. And we're like, we need a picture of this. We absolutely need a picture of this. I didn't know he tweeted this until like 30 minutes later. But then but the funny thing about this tweet is leading up to this picture. You know, we walk into the con, we're just chatting, we're talking about normal stuff. And he's like, yeah, you know, just doing clips all day. It's fun. I don't get a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of cons. This is my first con. And he's talking about his Twitter. He's like, yeah, man, I think my tweets are getting a bit more deranged. He's talking to me. He was like, yeah, man, I think my tweets are getting a little crazy lately. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, it's content, whatever. And he's like, yeah, it's getting kind of wild. He's like saying this, and then we stop here, and he's like, hold on, let's get a picture. And he just like rips this off the dome, and then just keeps talking to me and Big Ham about like how his tweets are just getting more and more deranged. This 100% popped off. Yeah, I'd say it popped off. He made that live. He was with us. 2:45 p.m. Okay, no, I think it was a little bit after we met up. No, no. Wait, no, he was with us at this time, 2:45 p.m. We made this happen. Like, we stopped by a number of booths that look interesting. Like, we helped bring this to life. I saw history. I saw an artist paint and I didn't even know. They live their life where every act is a creative act. Oh my god, what the fuck is this ad? That's disgusting. Yeah, I think we Big Ham, I think you like left after this, shortly after this. Maybe you sent something wrong. But this was fun too. There was a Peloton booth. I didn't know Peloton was a sponsor of anything. If you are plugged into the Northern Lion lore, Northern Lion often talks about his Peloton escapades every day. Or like he rides his Peloton bike nearly every day. He does the coaching stuff. And so we obviously had to get a picture here too. Everything reminds me of him. Months later, that 3 streamers I watched buying them wasn't just a coincidence. I learned from this conversation that Ludwig also had one. I didn't know. I didn't know that. But overall, it was a very wholesome time. After this, we just kind of like wandered around Artist Alley, looking at stuff. I brought him to the Julie booth, met up with some more people around Artist Alley. And then we went to the partner lounge and then just talked about random stream ideas with other streamers. And we got dinner. I got to have dinner with my Oshi. Oh my god, I got to have dinner with my Oshi. The librarian. Dude, all in all, best TwitchCon I've ever been to. Best TwitchCon I've ever been to because of this experience. Oh, actually, between this and dinner, I got to meet someone on the OBS team. So yes, all in all, the best TwitchCon, because I got to talk to someone from the OBS project. And they actually specifically called out the audio issue. I did without me prompting. They were like, yeah, this app audio capture is terrible. We need to fix it, and like they have a path to fix it. But unfortunately, I have to upgrade to Windows 11 when the patch comes out. And then we talked about VSTs. Would I run into Doug? That was in the evening. So I basically just hung out with Librarian all day. Yeah, I'm super glazing him, but he's a really nice, normal person who likes Dota and Fauna and VTubers and Northern Lion. Actually, the funny thing is he kind of talks about Northern Lion like he's his Asian son. He's like, dude, his content could be so good, but he's just so lazy. Like, he's talking about Northern Lion. He's like, dude, he can be so lazy. And that's why, I think that's why he started clipping. He's like, dude, you need to be like editing out your bits and banter. And he just did it himself. Which was crazy. But yeah, he's super locked in. He's super locked in. He's super locked in. He like has all these interesting techniques to like, you know, I think get the clips that he wants. Maybe I can share this. I thought it was really fascinating. So Northern Lion's mic is an Elgato Wave 3. That doesn't matter. It's a nice USB mic. I'm not gonna say it's a basic USB mic. It's a nice USB mic. I would recommend it to anybody, but he doesn't have any effects on it, okay? Northern Lion is someone who's just raw dogging streaming, for real. This is what I'm learning. Northern Lion just raw dog streaming. All the content is straight from the dome to the PC, no processing, nothing. It's really, dude is like one of the best to ever do it, right? Because of that, he has like no audio processing on his mic. It's like just getting his voice raw, and he doesn't have a noise gate. So you might hear buzzing. Like if you turn up a Northern Lion clip, you might just hear like the ambient mic noise in the background. I think maybe a lot of us have a sense of what this is, because it's like you're talking to a friend who doesn't really care about their stream audio or their mic audio in a game, and you can kind of hear like the room noise in the background. It's like the computer or air conditioning in the back. So NL has kind of the same problem. It's really subtle. I didn't really notice it until Librarian mentioned it, because I watched an NL clip today and turned the volume up and I heard it. I think like for some clips where he's doing some extra editing, and like I think he like adjusts some of the audio in some of the clips just to make it flow a little better, or to make the clips flow into each other a bit better. Sometimes he can't just like turn the volume down on clips, right? Because if it's like NL talking and then not talking, if NL stops talking, the clip audio doesn't just go to 0. There's still like some like negative 32 dB of noise. So he has to take like the random background noise from some other parts of the clip and paste them into the point that he's editing, so it doesn't seem unnatural that NL just stops talking and all the audio cuts off. Because what happens on stream is if NL stops talking, you just hear the faint background noise. So the man is dedicated to the craft on a level that no other clipper that I've met is dedicated to the craft. Like no other clipper that I've met is dedicated to the craft like Librarian is. But it's so funny because he only requires this level of dedication because NL is so... Like NL just does not care about a stream setup at all. And that causes like this level of knowledge that you need to make like a really good NL clip. It's like Dota. I just realized clipping NL is like Dota. Like there are these arbitrary things that you have to be doing to make the clip good, and no video game would ever actually implement them. Like you would not encounter this case with any other normal streamer, but it makes everyone who does these clips have like a high skill. There's like a high skill ceiling because of these arbitrary rules and constraints for clipping NL. Like all these weird audio issues and things that happen on stream that he has to account for personally. Dude, that is it. That explains everything. I'm actually losing my mind over this realization. Okay, let me talk about Saturday. So that was Saturday during the day. Saturday night, I got to go to like a developer slash VTuber mixer. What did it lead except for a clip? It's a real art. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like he has a very strong editorial voice for NL clip edits. Yeah, so I got to meet Doug at TwitchCon and a bunch of other really cool people because there was this this is where the imposters showed up. So I went to, it was the same night as the TwitchCon after party. The TwitchCon official after party was really nice because they just blocked out an entire part of the Gaslamp district, which is where it's like a street with all the restaurants. Past TwitchCons have been at the Petco Park Stadium. That was fine, but they would have like musical guests. So one year that I went, they had Blink 182, which was kind of sick. I got to watch Blink 182, which was cool. Other years, they have like different performing artists, and usually the vibe is some people just skip out on it because even if they have the ticket, they're like, I don't feel like going to a concert. Or like, I don't feel like going somewhere where like I'm going to be in the back and there's like a concert in the front and I'm just like vibing and it's like nothing to do. Like you're just in this enclosed ballpark stadium, right? And the only thing you can do is the concert. So they blocked off the Gaslamp district, and what they did was they set up 3 different stages. One was like a DJ stage. One was a live band karaoke, so you can sing karaoke in front of a live band. I think one was like just another musical performance stage. Maybe there were just only 2 stages, because I only remember the DJ and then the live band karaoke. So you can like pick and choose to do those. And then there are different, different stands that you can get drinks at. And there were some restaurants were like open for you to like pick up a free ice cream or a free coffee, or like walk into the restaurant and actually get food if you actually wanted the full meal. And so it was like a hybrid between the actual Gaslamp district and like a closed off little small block party, like a literal block party, which they advertised that for. And I know there was some, I think, apprehension because they're like, oh, where's the big artist? Where's all the Petco Park stuff? But in my opinion, this was the best version of an after party because it was kind of like a more of a free roam map. It was definitely more of like a free roam map. You can choose what you want to do. You can do the music, you can eat, you can just stand around and talk. I think it was much more friendlier for like IRL streamers. Some of them were shitheads, some of them weren't, but like it was much more friendlier for streaming. You can just like meet up with friends and eat at a restaurant and like watch the festivities on the street. I thought that was nice. I think, you had to pay like $100 or something for the entrance on top of your ticket. That's probably egregious, but compared to previous parties, I enjoyed this one a lot. I did not go to the one in Vegas. I heard that was pretty cool, but this one was nice. I like just like the free roam thing, but I got to go to, there was like a developer, friends of the streamer mixer hosted, friend of the stream, Theo, I think some of his friends, Doug among them. And I got to meet a lot of cool people there. I got to meet Doug, of course. I just walked up to him. I said, hey man, you know, Shindigs, love your stream a lot. You're a big inspiration. I like your video about how to make videos on the internet. And he was really nice. He was like in a group. He kind of glazed me up a little bit in a really nice way. I had to pull out my phone and like show a video about like what I was doing on stream. And he had some really nice words to say about that. He was really cool. And yeah, I got to talk with like a group of people about interactive streaming, which was super nice. And then I also got a chance to meet, yeah, that was for about a few minutes. We talked about gaming, things like that. We actually talked a bit about, yeah, because his brother works on, is working on a new game under Annapurna Interactive, and that imploded. So we talked about that a little bit. I mean, everything's fine, but it's just like, dang, it's crazy that you could publish The Outer Wilds and like then have your publishing arm explode because of weird political issues. I got to meet a lot of cool VTubers there. I met, so this is what happened. I tweeted earlier today. About people impersonating me at a party. It wasn't that crazy. They were just doing it to piss off one person. So Hina was introducing Joel / Porcelain Maid to a bunch of different people as me, because apparently he really wanted to meet me. And I didn't know what they looked like, right? I also wanted to meet Porcelain Maid at TwitchCon. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't really DM them before then. Like I was actually thinking about it near the end of Saturday while I was at the con. I was like, hey, I should just DM this person if I want to see them, and we should set something up. But I just never got around to it. I was like, you know, just the hustle and bustle of everything going on. But it was like in the back of my mind. So apparently Hina was introducing random people as Shindigs to Porcelain Maid, and they were going up to him and saying like, oh hey, I'm Shindigs, and then he'd just be like, oh my god, I love you, I love your work, let's talk about some cool ideas we can do together, and they'd be like, yeah, just kidding, it wasn't me. And that happened like 2 or 3 times apparently, and then he was just getting like super pissed off until eventually someone pulled me over and like introduced me to Joel. I was like, oh, you seem like really, really happy, which is great because we're all having a good time at the party. But I'm like, oh, this is really nice to meet you. He was like super nice. And he's like, I've been wanting to meet you all night. They've been lying to me the entire night. They said all these people were you. And I didn't know that was happening. I'm like, oh, that's super unfortunate. I forgot what I said, but I was like, that is insane. But looking back, very funny. At his expense. Definitely at his expense. It kind of makes me want to make, I don't know, cut out masks or something to do that next year. But very, very unfortunate for them. I got to meet Juniper as well, really briefly. The thing about, yeah, because she was hanging out with Joel. But the thing, I think this has been tweeted before, but Porcelain Maid is dripped out of his mind, dude. Oh my god. That was the first, I think that was the first thing I told them after we got the intros out of the way, was like, your outfit is crazy, like crazy good. I'm trying to remember, I wish I took a picture. I'm trying to remember it all in my mind. I remember it had an insanely, I can't even describe the style. I don't think it was like an insane, like crazy style. It's just like, I don't have the vocabulary. But they were properly dressed. They weren't. It wasn't like a suit or anything. It was like very fashionable. So that was. And what was funny, because I saw this person actually as I walked into the party area. I was like, oh, this guy, like among all these people here, is like really well dressed and nice. And I didn't know it was Porcelain Maid. So it was very cool. And yeah, well, I got to talk to him and a bunch of other people. They are really interested in doing more interactive streams, and they don't know where to start. And I was pretty upfront with them. I was like, I would want to do more. I would actually want to make things that other people can use. The problem is like setting up an installation process in OBS would require you to have some knowledge about how to use OBS, installing plugins, and like getting your hands dirty with the tech. So I kind of walked them through kind of what I was thinking of what they would have to do, just to set the expectation of like, hey, I'm down to do something. I'm 100% down. We just need, you know, we probably just need to get on a call for like n number of hours, or not even hours, just like minutes, just to walk you through like the technical steps. And you have to be okay with doing that, because I've worked with people in the past that like their mods or something set it up for them. That's always a little tricky, or like they need a really easy way to install it. But Joel's super down to get his hands dirty. I think he probably manages all that stuff on his own, and a couple other people as well. We're really excited for that too. Girl DM as well. I got to meet her. She's very nice, and also dripped out of her mind as well. Also May, not at this function that I was at, but Make a Fox dripped out of her mind. Absolutely dripped out of. Everyone's dripped out of their mind, actually. Nearly everyone I met was dripped out of their mind. I bridged the gap in my heart about having to offer tech support. That's what I'm going to have the conversation about. Ouija, fashion. Let's see. I want to say no, but it's kind of close. It is kind of close to that, yeah. Yeah, I need my own mask promo material. Like VK. I wouldn't say it was actually like Visual K, no. It was I don't know how to describe it. It's just like really modern, flowy, etc. I'm down to do more tutorial series. Yeah, so let me wrap up the night. So actually the entire night, this is the boomer part. I didn't drink. I had one very small shot because they were handing out these shot samples. There was this weird thing where they were handing out like samples of shots and then you had to buy them. Oh, I think it was like some vendor was there. I had like one very small one, but for the entire night I just drank water. Because all I was thinking was like, I don't want to be sloshed when I'm talking to people, and I had to fly out the next day. That was the day before I flew out. So I'm like, I want to go to sleep and not feel hungover the next day, because I know exactly what that feels like, and that's going to be terrible for flying. And overall, that was a great decision. Yeah, but I did talk to a number of people about wanting to do interactive stuff with them and being very upfront with like, you know, you have to get your hands dirty. It probably is going to be like pretty one-on-one, which I'm down to do. I'm looking at it more like maybe I haven't figured out the model yet. It could be more like of a collab model where it's like, okay, we're just doing something together for the stream, and it's, you know, it can be I can make it content, you can make it content. It's fine. That might be more appealing and more fun, but I do want to do something that can be distributed to a lot of people. I haven't 100% figured that out. A part of the reason of why I want to like work more closely with like a few, like a small group of people, is to kind of start understanding what would be needed if we were to turn this into more of a mass distribution of like interactive applications or like interactive stream stuff. That's like the main kind of motivation for me, is not only to work with interesting people, but to start seeing what people's setups are actually like and like what the hurdles are going to be to get them to one click do something. Licensing them out? Not exactly. It's like it would. My ideal situation is you can download a file, double click it, and it just sets up OBS and your channel point redeems instantly. Without, I mean, ideally without having to download Sammy or StreamerBot, but like I think you'll need one of those. But making it as easy as possible for a lot of people to use them and for me to fix them. But I think I was letting the whole distribution part stop me for a while, but it's like, hey, I do want to do this like once or twice. you know, in a year and see how it goes. So I'm just going to start with that first. What's up, Fred? Yeah, I didn't really advertise that I was around, but I had a good time. Like, the pacing of the con was excellent for me. I guess I can go back here because I don't have too much more to show. Yeah, the pacing of the con was nice for me. Oh yeah, I did get to meet Kaori-chan, yeah. She had an art booth and she made these really awesome, huge blankets of different VTubers. What's up, Ziggy? Yeah, I had a good chat con. Dang, I've been talking for 2 hours. That didn't feel like it. Sunday, I went home and chilled super hard. I think I basically just like lied in bed and just watched YouTube videos and tried to get rest. And then today I'm not like fully rested. I had to do some like live catch up stuff today. So I think that was my work. And then I got dinner and then streamed. Yeah, turbo chilled. I'm kind of annoyed that I feel like I need 2 days to recover. I guess there's the travel day and the day after, but I'm glad I took the days to do that. Am I planning any future cons? I kind of want to go to Offkai more. I heard it's going to be in a bigger, in my opinion, better location. We'll see about that. TwitchCon EU would be nice, though. Like, going to San Diego is like, I know for sure that the majority of people that I know would go to San Diego and not EU. So that would be the main motivation to just stick to San Diego. Sort of boutique rollout where you pick your targeted collabs with personalized redeems feels like a market research approach. Yeah, it is kind of like that, but also it, you know, I'm kind of hedging my bets to be like, what if I don't like this? That would be really unfair to like the people that I would give the overlays to. Like, let's say I released an overlay to 100 people. If I figured out, oh my god, I actually hate this process, it would be super unfair to like a large group of people. Versus if I pick, like, I kind of feel like after talking with Joel a bit, let's say we work on something together, it's fun, but maybe like something's not working out. And it's like, I could have a normal conversation bit with him to be like, hey, let's wrap this project up. But like, you know, I probably won't be doing this again one way or another, or like it would have to happen in a different form. That's like another part of like doing it more person to person, is like I can kind of vibe out if I can like work through some technical difficulties or other things with this person. My anticipation is not, because I think the requirement right now is like not only being a good person or nice to work with, but being willing to like hop on a call and work out through some technical stuff. You build a community around it, like live 2D rigging discords. Yeah, that's true too, but to be quite honest, I don't really feel like it. It's just like not, I know the effort it would take. I like the idea, don't get me wrong. I really like the idea a lot, but I know the effort it would take, and like it would kind of be irresponsible if I just started doing that without fully committing, in a sense. Is Offkai in the Bay Area, like Seattle? Offkai is going to be in the Bay Area again. It was in Birmingham, which is south of San Francisco, near the airport. In my opinion, I hate the location so much. Like, it's just not anywhere near a nice part of the Bay Area. I mean, it is, but you need a car to get there. And streamers like don't really wander off that far in the surrounding area, and so you're kind of just stuck in like not even a suburban area, but like kind of a weird industrial part of San Francisco or like the Bay Area. There's not a lot around unless you have a car, versus like the potential, like the Bay Area itself is really, really nice. You just have to be around it. Monsters come with business cards, other swags. Yeah, I did collect a few. I need to sort through all of them. This was kind of a ill-prepared TwitchCon recap, because I need to sort through a lot of the things that I got. A lot of stickers. I got a nutty, one of my favorite things I got was a nutty soy face. He has a picture of himself soy facing, and it's my favorite sticker. One of my favorite stickers I got. Bay makes you jealous because SoCal there's more trains. Yeah, someone who lived in SoCal, the trains are really good. SoCal's cool, but you need a car. Something I don't take advantage of in the Bay Area is there are a lot of great like national parks or just like nature-y parks that you can just get to super quickly. I can go back to like the FOMO thing earlier. I think in my mind, whoa, why am I moving around? I think in my mind, when it comes to TwitchCon FOMO, I think I found like a good pace that I want to approach the con with, which is like just hanging out with people that I know, catching up on random stream stuff, talking about random ideas, but not feeling like I have to meet every single person that I want to, because it's just like full schedules and the timing will be what it is. And if I really want to work with someone or do a collab, I should just reach out to them online. Like waiting for a con to be like, oh, I want to meet you and like do a collab doesn't really make a ton of sense. It should just be like, hey, this is like a really nice opportunity for us to hang out and do things we normally wouldn't do because we just live so far away from each other. I think as a viewer, I really struggle to convince a normal viewer to go to TwitchCon because unless there's like a community meetup for your stream, you want to go to like multiple meet and greets, you like the idea of watching a big live show at Twitch Rivals, then I don't really know what there is to do. Unless you have the same group of friends to meet up with and like explore San Diego. Win Mandela, thank you. Because I did have FOMO from Las Vegas TwitchCon, but like I don't know, when I think back, it's like I think people look back on it overall negatively because of the messed up transportation situation during that time. I did talk to a lot of people who felt like this was the best TwitchCon for them ever. That's such a weird... I think for me that is a... I mean, I did say that with the librarian thing. Because, yeah, objectively, yes, after that. But as a con itself, like, I don't really feel... I guess, yeah, this one was, I would say, objectively better than some other ones I've been to. But it's just like the content still isn't like hitting a bar for me. Like, I guess the content is improving year over year, but it's not hitting the bar for me just yet to be like, oh yeah, this is like a cool spectacle that you should go to. It's like only my big caveat is like you have to be really deep in the sauce one way or another for it to be, I think, really worth it to you. I run to any fans? I guess I did. Yeah, some people at the Mixer came up to me and just said like they like my stuff, which was great. That was really cool. Some streamers as well. Yeah, it wasn't like swarmed or anything, but yeah, definitely people came up, which was really nice and cool. Seen a lot of your shorts recently and they are fire. As a member of Philly's Clippers Discord, would you be okay with me showing some of your shorts to her? Because stuff you do is awesome. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're out there to be reacted to. Thank you, Phillion1234. This is the first time I've got a question like that on chat. That's crazy though, in a good way. Anyway, that's the end of the TwitchCon recap. I realized that it was probably an okay recap. Like the librarian arc is pretty fun, but I think that's the way I approach the con, which is like it's less about going and then going on a ton of crazy adventures to talk about on stream, but like going, seeing what happens. If not, if nothing interesting happens, then it's like you caught up with cool friends. I would say actually one of my, obviously the librarian arc, you can't beat the librarian arc, but actually one of a really super great memory I'll have for a very long time from the con is actually just getting dinner with Ashton and Aishai, because it was just like my vibe. It's like, you know, we had a situation where we had to like figure out dinner again, like a dinner thing didn't work out, so we just like wandered the gas lamp, found pretty chill restaurant, like no one was there. It was weird, like barely anyone was in there, and it was like right after the con, kind of. Got a ton of oysters, get pogged out of our gourd completely with seafood, had funny conversations, you know, talked a bit about streaming stuff, and it was a really great vibe. That's it. So that's like my, that's what I like about cons, like those small little chill moments. And then going drinking, meeting Hina Uo afterward, Bodega Rat afterward, and then co-hosting Librarian for funny evening adventures. That to me is like a peak little arc for sure. The other part is like social engineering your way into invite-only parties. That can be fun, but like, I don't know. It's fine. It's easy to find places to eat in the gas lamp. Yeah, exactly. And the ideal thing about the San Diego Convention Center, for those who have not been, is it's just right across the street from this district, the gas lamp district, which is just filled with bars, restaurants, and things that are just like very walkable from the convention center. So you can be like finished with the con, go get food, hang out with your friends, wander around. You can keep drinking if you want. You can get ice cream. It's nice. Social engineering with lockpick, yeah. It's my year. I feel like the next thing I want to figure out is just like working at a pace that doesn't make me completely stressed out sometimes when it comes to video editing. I like streaming as it is now. I think when I edit videos, I just have like this self-imposed deadline, and I think I'm just gonna like let go of that and like go at my own pace. But the main thing I need to figure out right now is if I'm gonna subscribe to the Adobe suite of Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere, because I kind of got talked into it partially when talking to the librarian, because he's talking about the plugins he uses and stuff. I think we both saw like the same. There's an editor on YouTube named Mudan. He does Connor's clips, I think Onigiri's clips, and things, you know, in that circle of anime creators. And he has a great suite of plugins that he shouts out. And I'm like, oh damn, that looks really nice. But then I got talked off the Adobe cliff, I think yesterday. Go to the convention center area for Comic-Con yearly, and as time passes, you go less for the con and more because you like the feeling of the whole area during the con. That's completely valid too. I knew people who just showed up just for I know people who showed up just for hanging out outside the con. You could do that for TwitchCon. Yeah, but you just need to know the group. Check out DaVinci. Oh, Filian, I am going to do DaVinci. I've actually been editing everything on CapCut. CapCut is great because it has a really baby mode file manager for like your projects. It's like the first thing you see is all your projects. And all I really do for my edits is just cut. I have a short form editor. His name, their name is Shadelock. They do shorts for a bunch of other really creative streamers. They have like a really interesting clientele. It's like I only will edit for people doing insane stuff on Twitch. But they're really great to work with. I send them like a pre-cut clip with like a voiceover, and then they add a bunch of effects and make it vertical. And I don't know what they do that in. Probably in Premiere, if I had to guess, maybe DaVinci. But I do it all in CapCut. And for my longer YouTube videos, I use CapCut still, because all I do is cut and drag in music files and things and adjust the dB slightly. And so CapCut does everything I need, but I kind of want to move to something different for a bit. Reason you draw on MS Paint, not Adobe anymore? or not in Photoshop anymore. It's Adobe. Dude, it's kind of sad to hear all these horror stories about Adobe because I really like Photoshop. You know, so many people that use Shadelog. Yeah, one day I will ask them more about how they survive on a day-to-day basis. It is crazy. My goal is actually to make their life as easy as possible. So, and I realized I was talking to some other streamers because they were like, "Oh, your shorts are doing really well." And I think a big part of that is because I started clipping myself, and then that gave me a sense of like what makes a decent clip. And then when I send it to my editor, they don't have to make as many creative choices as to like what the clip has to do. Like I kind of, it's a pro and con. Like the pro, I think, is like I have more control of what goes out. The con is like, you know, if your editor wants a more of a creative voice, or like they find joy in making those choices on their own, you kind of take that away. But from at least what I can tell on our conversations, it's like just make it as easy as possible for them. Everybody's happy. Oh my gosh, the guy from the Strange YouTube Shorts. Hello, welcome. I just did 2 hours of talking about TwitchCon. It was a nice time. How do you know what to clip when you're watching yourself? I mean, so Twitch has a thing called markers. And so I will mark something that I think is like potentially interesting. And you can go back onto Twitch in the highlight feature and see what you marked. Then I just find it in the VOD that I download. Yo, what's up, Octopimp? You're a mod in this channel? When did that happen? Wait, what? Wait, what? It might be because I talked to Octopimp at TwitchCon, actually. If I were to, I can't name drop every single streamer I met because I just don't remember. But Octopimp was one of them. He's actually cooking some insane stuff in the VTubing world. Big things coming. That's all you gotta say. Oh, dude. I need to tell you how to be annoying on Twitter and like slightly tease stuff. I need to share my vague posting handbook. But you've been in the game way longer, definitely way longer than me. So you probably have the vague posting down, but we gotta triple down on the vague posting. Can't wait till it's public. No, we were talking about different interesting animation styles in VTubing, and yeah, I'm super excited to what they're working on. I'm trying to figure out why you're modded. Not that I mind, dude. But I mean, that is to say, on this stream, you're not getting banned for 24 hours. You just automatically get modded, I guess. That's the difference. That's the difference. You're not getting banned for 24 hours on this stream. My actual guess though is, I'm not sure if you remember, but I did used to stream in like 2015 to 2017, just like on and off. And I'm pretty sure we have met during that time in like that Twitch era. And you probably stopped by and you got a mod. But like the interesting thing is I was doing like overlay stuff, but just with JavaScript and web browser. And I didn't like really stick to it. I was just like doing it on and off, and you probably stopped in during that time. Yeah. I'm sure you know this person, but I caught up with Pluto at the partner party, and that was a good time. That was a good nostalgic time. Yeah. I haven't seen him in a super long time, so it was good to see him. He is. Whoa, my mic. Yeah, but I just got it done with the TwitchCon recap. I would say, I don't know if you agree with this. I mean, I am someone who just goes with the flow, kind of a TwitchCon, get introduced to people, find random people. But because like the con itself is Curse Pluto, that is a deep cut. At this point, that's a deep cut, yeah. Because the con's content itself, like unless you like rivals and meet and greet and everything, it's more about hanging out with people. So I think it's kind of hard to tell stories unless you have like an insane GTA adventure. I feel like you had an insane GTA adventure because you literally posted that you went skydiving. which I'm partly jealous of because I've always wanted to try skydiving. That's insane. That's so cool. That's crazy. I saw the pictures first. Like, the pictures for you guys in chat was like, there's one of him like looking normal driving, and there's another picture of Octopimp like looking absolutely defeated. And I'm like, oh, did he just like not sleep the other night? And I read the caption and it's like, no, I went skydiving. I'm like, okay, I guess that would do it. That's crazy. It's intense. I actually do want to skydive, but that's very maybe out of character for everything else I'd want to do. Should throw you out of a plane. I want to skydive, but I would pay a premium to reenact the opening of Dark Knight Rises. Like, I want to pretend to be like one of the guys in the plane who just is like freaked out that Bane shows up. But I want someone to be playing the CIA guy and like Bane. I'm like just watching in the background. Like, oh, this is so cool. He said the thing. He said the big guy line. Finding gravity, does it do that to you? I don't know. It just seems cool that, like, I mean, you would need a lot of trust, I think, in the whole skydiving mechanism. But I like the idea that you just kind of like are falling and it's just like, okay, in like about 3 minutes, it'll be chill because my parachute will open. So I'm basically just kind of in 0G or like free falling. That seems fun. You're an anxious person, but you love to skydive. You know what it might be? It might be if you're anxious, you're worried about a lot. But if you're skydiving, there are only two outcomes. One is you're completely fine. The other is you die, right? But I feel like anxiety is a lot about the what if. And I feel like with skydiving, like there is kind of a what if, like what if you die? But if it happens, you happen, you know, you're kind of resigned to it. You are literally jumping out of a plane and you're resigned to whatever happens next. And hopefully 99.9% of the time, it's the parachute goes off and you're totally chill. I also think like when you skydive, you go with like professionals, right? Like you're strapped to someone and then they take care of everything. Nelly Gamey, thank you for the Prime. I think we were talking about clips and stuff earlier. I was talking a bit to Owo about clipping because I actually think Uwo's like mad scientist experiments on Twitch are like one of a kind. Can't be like he's doing something no one else is really doing on Twitch. Really fun. This is something I gave to a compliment to a lot of people at Twitch, but at TwitchCon, but because I really believed it. I don't feel like I'm a great yapper. Like I can't do a just chatting stream super well, but I love hanging out in like Uwo stream, May stream because they're just so personable. Like they are just themselves. And they can talk on stream just as themselves, and it's really nice. So he's really personable. He does really cool things on streams. And I'm like, oh yeah, I think your clips can pop off if you just like, with just this one trick. I just talked to him about kind of how I think about it, and it was nice. I used to, like, I remember around November or December of last year, I used to approach each stream thinking like, oh, I just need like one kind of clip per stream. And I wouldn't set up the whole stream for it, but I would like just keep it in the back of my mind. So just like finding the one thing and then being like, okay, that's done. Or like there's like 3 candidates and that's done and move on. That was nice. Like I think coming in with that intention is important. And then over time, it just kind of built more naturally as a muscle, I think. Do not let a trickster replace a parachute with a cartoon anvil. That might be an issue. That could be a big issue in the whole situation. If you do a certain number one tandem once where you can do it yourself. That makes sense. I assume if you're like more of a skydiving for fun person, you just do a ton in tandem. Or nearly all of them in tandem. If humans were meant to fly, then we would have wings. So in the evolutionary grand scheme of things, no one is meant to do anything, right? There was those air tunnels. Oh, true. Oh, but skydiving is kind of like touching grass, right? I mean, eventually you touch grass. One way or another. It's the whole appeal of nature, right? You fly up really high in the sky and then you fall out. Carry a sign that says, oh, just think. Yeah. Is there a skydiving experience where you walk off a cliff, but you don't fall until you look down, Wile E. Coyote style? Grand scheme of things, we're supposed to smash each other's brains and have 18 children, not live past 30. Exactly, exactly. You gotta see the horizon. Yes. I would love to do space skydiving, but I just want to see space. Oh, last thing I'll say about TwitchCon, actually, about going. And I don't mean this to scare people off, but it was an issue, I think. It's hard. Okay, I think here's my like TwitchCon FOMO checklist. It's really hard to recommend you go unless you have a very set thing you want to do, because even Twitch's like agenda, if you're a streamer, is kind of tough. Like, scout out, I don't know, people you want to meet, parties or whatever, and obviously don't just like run up to random people, but like you kind of need like a group agenda, a lot of things you have to prepare on your own. I feel like if you go to Comic-Con or Anime Expo, those things are so content rich that you can kind of just like show up, look at the schedule, pick things out, and go through everything day by day. Like, those things have a lot of things going on, right? TwitchCon, I don't feel the same way. So unless you're super hardcore about Twitch, like very, very hardcore, have people you want to meet and greets you want to go to, Twitch rivals events you want to see, I would go. I wouldn't go, sorry. Unless you're like that level of dedicated. The other thing is, I don't know what they're going to do about IRL streamers last year. I know for some people it wasn't a big issue, but it was kind of weird to have sometimes IRL streamers come up to me and like point a camera in my face. There were some people I knew, like I knew them as a person, they did that, and I was totally cool with that because like I know them, they're my friends, that's totally fine. But I did have an incident at the night we met Librarian, because we were leaving and this guy was like trashed. He's like, whose birthday is it? And then he like had his friend following with the camera. I'm like, okay, whatever, get out of my face, I don't care. But then he grabbed me by the waist and I'm like, that's unacceptable. I like just pulled him off, which is fine, but I wasn't really bothered by that personally. But I think if they touched any one of my friends, or God forbid, if they touched the Librarian, sweet man who's just out night on the town meeting random VTubers he's never talked to or met before, and he doesn't really go out drinking or clubbing, I would have to destroy the footage on that phone. That was like mainly the main thing I was thinking, was like, man, if this guy touched the Librarian, I would actually lose my fucking mind. I would not be streaming. I would be banned from streaming. I would be banned from streaming. Yeah, so I've been hearing about a lot of other incidents like that. Obviously, there's horrible stuff about people's drinks being spiked. Unfortunately, I do think, from what I've seen, and I'm not someone who's affected by this, but I have seen people really try to make an effort to prevent that more and more, both organizations and by people, which is good. But the other thing that is, I don't know what is going to be done, is the IRL live streaming. I think it's cool that it's happening. I like it. I like IRL streaming as a concept, but I really never was faced with, oh, it's gotten so popular that a ton of chuds are doing it until this TwitchCon. I always knew it was kind of there, but like it's kind of almost part of the IRL culture now, and I don't like it. And so all I can think of, if something crazy like that happened to me, who's someone who's like not really, I'm lucky that I don't have a ton of insane stuff happen to me on a day-to-day basis. If that happened to me on an off random night, like it probably was happening at a high frequency. Kick banned a lot of boundary crossing streamers. I mean, that's good, but I am also in the mindset of like, they just shouldn't have that platform in the first place. All I'm saying is, I saw, who is it? Someone Elgato. I think their name is Steggy from Elgato. They did make a series of tweets that was like, I wouldn't mind if IRL streaming was banned entirely in the next year, except for like very few people. I'm kind of radicalized to say that. Maybe unpopular. I mean, I make no policy calls here, but I could definitely see that being a reality. I don't think Twitch wants to do that. I saw Mary Kish in the comments say that they probably won't go down that line, but it was iffy for sure. I didn't like it. It definitely made me like feel very removed from that part of streaming. It made me feel like, okay, like I'm definitely getting disconnected from what this community cares about in that sense. So I would say that's the only sour note. That was the only really sour note. MP got harassed on stream. Yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of clips like that, and it's just annoying. It's annoying to even see those clips, actually, because maybe naively, I like the concept of IRL streaming. I was watching Onigiri today stream walking around San Diego. I love those types of streams. I like truly love watching someone exploring a city, talking with the chat, hanging out, all that stuff. But like, I hate when people are like ruining that just to be just random, I don't know, weird prank channels or something. Someone who was too sick to attend, you appreciate being able to watch IRL in the artist alley. That's true. Yeah, I think that's another, though, that is another point for me almost to, unless you're really hardcore about going to TwitchCon, it's hard for me to convince someone to go, because like you could stay home, watch the chat from home, and like in some respects that's even more fun. Like you're with your community, you can hang out and stuff. Yeah, I love chill IRL streams. It sucks that like the rowdy stuff is getting more front and center. My actual suggestion would be, you can't IRL stream unless you have like a proven Twitch channel in some respect. I know that's like maybe not great because like, you know, every platform should have, you know, a voice in the whole thing, but for like safety, etc., I do think maybe pulling back for 1 year and seeing what happens and then slowly pulling back out is good. Because there has to be, I think, a bit more, I don't know, unfortunately, policing because of some incidents. And the shitty thing is what I experienced happened outside the con too. That's the other thing that gets weird. It's like, how do you police that if it's outside the vicinity of your convention jurisdiction, I guess? I have no answer for that. Do you think China infestation will calm down on its own, or do you think it's going to be some policy to change and mitigate it? I'm hoping it calms down. I'm not... The thing is, I don't think it's going to be as simple as implementing policy. Like, I'm talking about it from a caveman point of view. There are people who are much smarter about policy who will probably think of something good to help evolve the situation. Because if you make a policy, what I imagine is the chuds are just going to like triple down. That's the issue. You enjoy the VTuber backpack stream of cons as someone from Europe. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear too. Crimson VT, thank you for the raid. Put an application to allow markup badges. That might be a thing that happens. I don't think Twitch wants to do that because that's like additional effort and then enforcement. There's always like some weird of like who can be there, who can't be there drama. And so any added complexity can be tough. Okay, so I think what I meant to say was not really you're going to show up to TwitchCon, you're going to get harassed by an IRL streamer. That's not my point. I think my main point is something to be aware of is IRL streaming is not going away, and you could get a camera stuck in your face at TwitchCon. That is like going to happen. I had this is not an incident, but it was like one of those weird edge cases where I think someone came up to someone next to me or like someone right in front of me, and they were like asking a really innocent question, really nice innocent question. They were like, should pineapple be on pizza? And like I didn't want to be in the camera, but it was kind of weird to navigate out of the shot. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do here. So I just like stood there and then left. And they were nice. They were completely nice about it. They were totally cool about it. It was totally fine. It was nice, but it was like just surprising. That's all. And there are like warning signs all across the con to be like, hey, here's a streaming area, here's not a streaming area. If you enter here, you could be filmed. If you're here, there's no streaming allowed. That's all fine. But yeah, that's just been part of the convention. I think Twitch is gonna navigate that. Trying to navigate that in the future. Yeah, I was wearing a mask nearly the entire time. The surveillance cameraman video was prophetic as expected. Yes, this is Skibbity Toilet and everyone is camera person. Making me think of how Jada Animation got her face leaked some time ago because some vlogger type wanted to clickbait her face. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think I remember that, yeah. I'm kind of frustrated because I really want to do something interactive today, but I think we have to wait till tomorrow. So I might just talk until the end of the stream. Maybe pull up some questions. I like this question thing, this Q&A thing that Nutty built. I did thank them for it in the future, so I can do this. Yeah, this is cool. VTuber safe areas. Yeah, that's the thing is like, you know, if you're with VTubers, like they don't want, the thing is like your VTuber name is on your badge. So like if someone takes a picture of your badge and you, like that's like your identity basically, which is not ideal. Did I end up having to, no, I didn't actually go around San Diego too much. I stuck around the con. I mean, I guess you could get different names. I didn't ask for one, so that was fine. I imagine there are ways to ask for different names actually on your badge. I'm pretty sure there has to be. Did your message pop up for a moment? Yeah. I was just messing around with this new thing I got. It's so interesting, like the contrast between like VTubers and face streamers because just as an example, like the featured streamers like Hassan or like Doug. The funny thing is like when I went to TwitchCon, I wasn't thinking this in the back of my head, but a lot of my YouTube comments are like, you know, VTuber Doug, when are you gonna collab with Doug? This is just like Doug, blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't really care about them. I'm like, this is bound to happen. It's fine. It's funny. Whatever. I hope Doug doesn't mind. I don't think they mind. It's just like the internet, whatever. But it's funny that like that's in my comments, and then I go to TwitchCon, and one of the first things I see is a giant Doug face staring at me. Or like I walk out of the con, and there's like a Doug flag in the middle of the street. I can't escape his gaze. Give me a cool message? Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, there's like a difference between like VTubers, they don't want their face seen, and then like face streamers have their face all over promotional material, which makes sense. I wouldn't mind going to TwitchCon Europe because I haven't been to Europe. It'd be cool to meet some people who stream from Europe too. I'm sure I have some friends there. Excuse me, burp. Let's talk about the rest of the week. I am actually going to be traveling again, which is intense to think about, starting next Monday or Tuesday. And so we're going to try to get as many streams in as possible. We have a lot of ideas that we're working on before TwitchCon that I want to finish up. Do you manually pin questions to the thing, or they just randomly get put on there? I manually pin them. The Netherlands is really relaxed and safe for foreigners. I might stop by there. I have a friend who actually moved there too, and I know a number of people who've either come from the Netherlands or moved there. Yeah, so this widget is oh, it's in the Netherlands. Okay, that's great. I have this widget that lets me pull up people's chat messages and I can respond to them on stream. Nutty made this widget. You can sub to their Patreon to get it. So I can, like, if someone asks a question or just something I want to respond to. Yeah, can I be in the corner next? It'll pull it up. Hold on, this pause message. Okay. I actually need a different chat client to have this up. So I have 2 chats open right now. Need a full body tracking. Submit a link and videos projected behind your green screen. You have to behave as you're in the video. We could do that. I do have full body tracking. I haven't used it in a while. Want to hog the corner? Okay, 100 bits to hog the corner. Don't actually do that. Don't actually do that. Merc? MIRC? Can we do emotes? I think you can do emotes too. I want to use this more. Oh, you can't. Okay. Can we do this one? Does it do global? Oh, it does like 7 TV emotes, but not personal emotes. Or like Twitch emotes? That's weird. You can use this to like, I can use this to respond to people's random questions and things like that. So it's good for Q&A streams. But no one's asking questions. They're just saying, my corner, my corner, my corner. I'm trying to think another interesting TwitchCon happening that may have gone down worth speaking about. Or advice for future TwitchCon goers. Yeah, I think my only advice is that you have to kind of be really, really in the sauce, I think, to go. It's not really like it's not fully like a gaming conference either. Because they're trying to appeal to a lot of different people. Like if you're a viewer, you know, you're expecting certain things. If you're a streamer, you're expecting certain things. And within streamers, there's like affiliates, partners, and then like super VIPs, basically. I would love for music to get a bigger presence. I think that could be a really fun part of TwitchCon. Dominic Lemon, welcome. I was just talking a lot about my TwitchCon experience. Do you think the 3-day badge was worth it? I would say no. I mean, because I left the last day. I left Sunday morning. But if you stick around and hang with your friends, then it's worth it, I think. Feel cons in general don't have the best musical presence. I've never been to MagFest or MagWest, but those video game music conferences, my impression of them is there's always like a show you can go to, like a festival, at any point of the day. And I think that would be a cool thing, a cool vibe for TwitchCon. The thing is, like, they have panels, and this is me being a negative Nancy, most panels I am like pretty on. Cause like, if panels are basically like real life streams, then why not just like stream the content? You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool if a panel was more like an interactive, like live show or like a concert. And so each panel is like you're going to a different show. That's cool. And it's like interactive, or like you're in the pit and you're dancing. That sounds cool. But I don't know. I like a normal panel. I'm pretty like, that's not a draw for me to conventions. Think about starting to get booths in an artist alley, making more musical focused. Went to this retro expo a month ago, and this kid was doing live jungle, and it was so tight. Dude, that's actually such a sick idea. Especially if you could bring like hardware gear. Hold on. This gets the pin. This gets the corner. Especially if you can bring like, I dare say, DAW-less gear. The D word. Bring DAW-less gear there, and then you like make stuff live, and then you save it, and you can like give it to people. Does that make sense? Like some people who... I've been to an artist alley where I like commission things on the spot. and then like you get a nice picture. It'd be cool. You just like make a quick beat for someone and then you like send it to their phone or something. That might be neat. Artisan pedals, that would be sick too. If Melee can get CRTs, musicians can get analog session. True, dude, you are on to something for real. I was just watching a you recommended me a channel. I can't remember the name, but I was watching them perform on 404 Day. Actually, watching previous 404 Day videos made me get an SP404 Mark II, and I returned it eventually because I resigned to the idea that I'm not a hardware person. But it would be cool if there was like a meetup like that at Twitch, and people just like, dude, that actually is a really good idea. They had DJs this year, which was nice, but like, yeah, you and me know there's a lot of good gear brainworm community stuff that could be had. Yeah, dude, you're on to something. You are actually tapped into something. I never thought about that. Then like the Dallas heads and the DJ heads can go to war. Oh, hell yeah. Open mic for cons. Actually, TwitchCon did have, to its credit, it did have a number of those concerts. So I think a part that I cannot fairly judge is there were a lot more musical performances, I think, this year. I walked by a friend of the stream, Daryl Barnes. They do a lot of VTuber music as well. They were actually setting up for like a live, just open performance outside the con. And we said hi. They busted out their 7-string guitar and we chatted. It was cool. And I later saw they were playing this super big concert like in one of the venues in the con. Or outside, actually. There was like an outside venue. I think Dan Clancy, who's the CEO of Twitch, he's a big music head as well. He did like a open mic performance the last day. I think he plays the piano. And so I think there is music stuff at Twitch. It could just be a matter of like getting more of that presence and then like advertising that as a bigger draw of the con, which is like, at least for me, I felt like I had to like tap in a bit to like the music Twitch community to like be aware of all those things. Maybe the same way that people feel like, oh, I got to tap into the VTuber community to know about all the parties and shit. Twitch CEO on piano, Sid Meier on keys at MagFest Jam Space. I agree with that for sure. Don't worry. A lot more curation. Yeah. That's not to say I think everything at TwitchCon is like, all the music is like meh, but I think what you're saying is if you like specifically shouted out specific communities, like that would be a bigger draw. Like, hardware community, jam session community, that kind of thing. It's all kind of grouped under music and DJs right now. Actually, DJs is like its own thing, but it's all under that umbrella. I don't know if you knew this, but there is a streamer on Twitch. The name is Atrioc, and they have this community that just makes like kind of meme. It's not even meme music because they're actual like musical ensemble. He played what's the balloon popping game? I'm so stupid. The monkey balloon popping game. Balloons. Yeah, they were playing balloons for like 24 hours. And then their community just made these insane jams to like the balloons game. And then they performed all of it at this TwitchCon. But they rented out their own concert space, like outside of the TwitchCon venue. It was just for their streaming community. Wait, did Jam say something? Oh, Insane Jams Virtual. Okay. I was like, I have not seen them talk all. Oh, I didn't see this tweet. Here, let me pull it up. Yeah, the Atriarchy. Yeah, so he's playing balloons right now, and they have like all these live musicians playing in the background. That's cool. Oh my god, I went to Chili's. I love the ape house. That's such a funny comparison to balloons. That's so appropriate though. Yeah, dude, you are Twitch Boiler Room would be insane. Stay tuned. Big things are coming. The Dan Clancy B2B. I think that can't happen because they're like going into DJs. Yeah, Picky had the horse set. Or the HOR set. I don't know how to say it. I like that. Catch Me Live. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, today's a bit more of a talking stream, so nothing too interactive. Just talking about the TwitchCon adventures. Have I thought about doing more chat interactive music stuff? I did a DJ set last year, and so like all the peepos were the crowds, and you could use channel points to crowd surf. And I want to do it again really soon. I've been making small tweaks to it, and so very, very soon. The problem is I have to fly next week, so I have to figure out this entire schedule. God, fuck. Maybe I'll just pull the trigger and just be like... Pull the trigger and then just put a time on the calendar before I leave. It's been in the works for way too long. I hit it up the year on the 21st. Oh god. Yeah, it's been way too long. DJing's really fun. It's one of those things where I did, and I'm like, this is really fun. I should keep doing it, and I just stopped. If you put someone's question in the corner of their profile to a wing, will that show up to real time? That might happen, yeah. I could edit it to not have the profile picture, though. When I mentioned I do music on stream, what a fun endeavor to try. Hold on, I can pin you and read your message. The biggest hurdle, but most fun thing to solve. Yeah, I have the same issue, which is like I want to do more music stuff on stream, but like when I do it, I'm not satisfied with what I put out. But like that's not the point. The point is like to follow the process and it's fun. That's the point. And I really want to. Like my actual goal, I hate to say Q4, but like I'm sorry, I think about the year and quarters now. My goal for the end of the year is to do more music streams. If not, like, just release more music. It's something I always like to do and want to do. It's just like I just grinded actual streaming for too long this year. But now that I kind of have acquired more editing skills, I want to do that. Smack that stream of consciousness button. Yeah, you're right. And I feel a lot more comfortable with stream of consciousness music stuff now. Like the Gene Famous song that I made an opening song for someone's stream. That the actual writing came together super quickly. The actual writing of the song came together super quickly, like the melody and everything else was just production for like, I think a couple days, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna call it done. Sounds good. Song's amazing, thank you. And thank you for the 7 months. I just had my TwitchCon recap stream. I think it was okay. It wasn't like the most exciting recap, but we talked about the librarian arc, which was beautiful and wonderful. It was really good. I also said like getting dinner with you and Ashton was a really peak memory. Really good fun time. Especially when we got to indoctrinate Ashton about Bible stories. Coolest moments of stream was just sampling Kratos and throwing his axe in God of War Live. Dude, that's sick. I've tried sampling streamers before, but I think here's the actual challenge for me in the past is when I stream, I'm like 30 to 40% worse at the task that I'm doing. So I used to be like really bad at gaming while streaming because I think I'm a good gamer. I think I can game. I think I can press buttons on the controller really well. But if I'm streaming, I'm like distracted by the chat and like thinking if what I'm doing is fun. And that's like worse with music because I like get really in my head when I'm making music just by myself. And then like couple that with, okay, now I'm thinking if stream is having fun, and then I can get really into my head about that. But I think now I'm just kind of like, Jesus, take the wheel. Just whatever happens, happens. Maybe that's why I'm into the idea of skydiving. It's just like skydiving into the content, really. The Outer Wilds playthrough was peak. Yeah, but I do think my playthrough of the DLC would have gone at least a third faster if I was not streaming. Sometimes picking a task and focusing on it. Like with music, I just hop on and do sound design, or I'll focus on sampling records. Oh, that's a good idea. I am really bad at that actually when it comes to music. Like I don't have a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like I think what got me over my initial hurdle was just like preset maxing like crazy. It was like, yeah, I'm done with sound design. Like sound design is just not what I do anymore. I pick the preset, I get to writing, and then I get to compose like composition. But I think if I just pick out those things really quickly, it's nice. It's learning music production through YouTube is actually really, really incredible, especially in the year 2024. But for me, it was a double-edged sword because it was really easy to fall into different holes of like, okay, I should be EQing more. I should be like making this sound just right more. Because everyone's trying to sell you stuff, right? But just zooming out and being like, okay, what's the vibe? Like, what's the big picture was something that took me, I think, way too long to learn, but I'm happy I learned it. And I want to do it more. I mean, coming to that realization makes me just want to make music more. Do some tasks online and save some stuff like composing for stream. Oh, true. Yeah, I just got, what if we just pulled up, we're not doing anything. Why don't we just pull this up right now? I have Ableton up. I can't do this for too long. I got to dip because I should sleep. If I'm feeling fried from flying, I should dip and what was I gonna say? And get a good night's rest. I actually have not gotten a good night's rest even during TwitchCon. Because the content was too good. It was too good. Hold on. I have Ableton up. I want to show you guys. Oh wait, don't quit StreamBot. Quit this. Close this, keep this up, this here. I'm just gonna do this because like if I get this started or if I just do a little bit of this on stream, I might carry it over. I do have a chat interactive idea for music making. So I want to get to that too. People Infinites. BioShock Infinite. Okay. This is what I've been playing around with. Do you guys remember the sample pack I got? The Animal Crossing sounds and Serum. I just like hearing them. Yeah, this is like a bossa guitar. And these sounds are so. Let me back up a bit. I watched this YouTube video where this guy was talking about like chill Animal style crossing music, Frutiger, Arrow, Era, music composition, and he ends the video with like, also I like made an entire preset pack. I made an entire preset pack in Serum that you can like purchase right now. I've never been influenced so hard. It's like all these cool sounds you're hearing on this stream right now. All these cool sounds you're hearing in this video, you can buy it because I did all the work for you to make the presets. I'm like, I'm so influenced right now. I am incredibly influenced. Decent sampler? I have not heard of that. Ramifications, thank you for the raid. And then so if I have this little, it's been way too long. I'm trying to remember the scales. I need to. Oh no, this. Okay, want to here. Yes, and then also want to download live. What is it? Live 12 beta. I'm in the live 12 beta, and I want to try the auto tune. That's coming through, right? Yeah, it's pretty soft. I like this like really MIDI guitar sound. I'm just gonna keep this, end the stream, and I'll have a project to start tomorrow. Just start with the smallest thing. Really fast. Like, this has its own effects here. Wait, what? That's so... Oh, the timing is off, okay. Serum is impossibly good. I have too many synth VSTs, and Serum is still a go-to. Let's wait, why is it? Oh, I see. Okay. Want some sense of I want it to be like a less less what is it? I want it to feel like less pluckier. I've never seen this filter before. Samp hold. The guy who made this plugin is doing Serum alchemy that I've never encountered before. You have no idea what you're doing with it? Just use presets. Yeah, the attack is insanely good. The change is so good. Okay. And then let's 606. Oh my god, even with the demo sound, it sounds good. Pick is a little loud, whatever. Pick is a little strange, I think, for this, but it sounds nice. Wait, I remember something I want to do. 1, 4, 3, hold on. 1, 4, 3, this, I think. Have I messed with the push? No, I haven't. I have, I like the push workflow a lot because I have a Novation Circuit Tracks. I have a Novation Circuit Tracks, which I love the workflow of, and I have anything Novation does, I really like, actually, for the workflow, and I know the push is very similar. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about a circuit rhythm for samples because I like this. I have this sampler for everything, or I have all these new samples that I got from this pack. But that's just for toys. Yeah, best groove box. I also have a Dirty Wave M8, which I really like too. And I'm trying to think about other groove boxes that I've tried a lot of different groove boxes that have come and gone, and like the workflow on that is the best. Unfortunately, I thought I could get Roland pilled. Like, I got a TR8S that I sold to someone in the chat. I went to a Guitar Center. They had a TR-8S, which is the full-size drum machine. It was marked as a like boutique 808 drum machine. So it was like $200 to $300 cheaper than it should have been. I picked it up, played with it. It was fine. I couldn't get into the workflow, couldn't get into the screen, sold it to a friend in the chat. And then they got rid of it for like basically the standard TR-8. TR-8 is your shit. Dude, it sounds good. Like, it is good. I just can't get into it, I think, because I'm just too used to the computer and I'm too used to like the workflow of the circuit, which is just immediate. It's super immediate. The P6 is insane, but I don't know. Every video I see of it is like shift, etc. to get to a thing. And unfortunately, I've been just sold. I am too computer pilled. That is the unfortunate reality, I think. I just can't stop thinking about like this would be so much quicker on Ableton every time I use things like that. It is my illness. This isn't the exact sound I'm looking for, but I want to keep it. That is not either. Okay, this is not the kit I want. Might be it. I'm not gonna try anything fancy. Was I not using the core kit earlier? This sounds way better. Yeah, this sounds way better. There was an interesting thing I saw in the video that we watched earlier of how he changed the release of the this close hat based on velocity. I want to do that. I'm trying to see how that can happen. There we go. Okay. Controls. There's some sample. No, it's here. Volume to random pan. No, there should be something that's like velocity to release. I'm trying to find it. Pitch. Oh, amplitude. It's amplitude, random pan. No. Slide. Spread. Not. Oh, maybe because this is simpler, not sampler. Mode, leap, beat. Probably not possible. Use shaper. Oh, this is an LFO. Oh, wait, there's an LFO on this. Okay. Volume, pitch. I'm sure Ableton there's a... I'm sure in Ableton there is... Oh, wait, hold on. The key... Okay, depending... Oh, interesting. So depending on the key... Low frequency... Oh... Oh, okay. Hold on. Velocity. Okay, this is it, I think. It's just a filter envelope. Okay. Velocity to volume should be lower, but velocity to Oh, this might be it actually. In the middle. You map the parameter on the shape or decay of the sample you control. Oh! Okay, you map the parameter of this to decay. You can control it. Oh, right, this is it, I think. No, retrigger, that's retrigger. Oh my god, I feel so dumb. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. You can send you a screenshot. Okay, thank you. I think I can find it if I watch the video again. Well, that's fine. I'm just, yeah, normally I would just like pull up the video, but because I'm streaming, I don't really want to do that right now. I'll just keep it as is, you know, get the idea down, and then we'll figure out something. Not sure if I want this yet. I just like this. Now I want the bass sound. Whoa. Okay, I don't want it to be this. Something wrong here. And I should probably close this streamer bot guy. That okay. I want this sound. This note here. Okay. That's a crazy sound for this sample pack. Whoa. Did not like that. I'm gonna make it a bit more interesting. Ugh, I can't do this. I can't do this on stream. I can't do this on stream. Not now. I have something. I'm gonna keep it here. I'm going to, I think I'm feeling EP. Oh, this feels so strange. I'm feeling EP. I'm happy we started something because I keep saying, man, I want to make some music on stream. I never do. So I'm glad we started a little thing. I'm going to end the stream. Thank you everybody for coming out. I will plan to stream again tomorrow. I will save this project. There will be more. You didn't notice my taskbar? I'm hiding the taskbar. Thank you for all the music advice, etc. I appreciate it. What? Windows just added a new icon. They added Copilot. They gave me... Sorry, I'm complaining about the Windows randomly adding an AI thing. Ronan, hello. I didn't see you come in here. You're surveying me. You're surveying me incognito. Welcome. I wish you were at TwitchCon. I caught up with Carrie, and we were saying, man, it would be sick if Ronan was here at TwitchCon. Then we could have a full VTRP meetup. We could have had a full VTRP meetup. I could have actually died in real life. You could have killed me in real life. Would have been awesome. Okay, let's raid out. Thank you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to get back to something interactive for sure. I'm going to plan my entire day around something interactive. I'm going to raid Ashton. Raid message is don't look back. All caps. Don't look back. I really want to make more music on stream. It was fun getting started. I think I just need to practice a lot more, so I'm going to spend like 10 more minutes working on this little flat of a beat. And then I plan to stream tomorrow, hopefully a little earlier. We can do the debate once again. And get back in the swing of things. I'm looking forward to getting back into the streaming routine. It was a fun yap sesh. Getting back into the schedule. Thank you guys. I will see you very soon. Countdown before I leave another week. I leave for another whole week. I'm pressing the button.